I'm not gonna say the majority of men. I'm not gonna say the majority of
So
women. I would never say that. I would
that's
never lie to
that's
women.
what. So now, GBGV, that's what we're talking about. We are not talking about the minority of men that has great vision and know what they are trying to accomplish. We're not talking about those men because we know for a fact that those are very few and far in between type of human beings.
Just like the one just surrounded. So hear me out. You are correct in what you're saying right now. But the majority of women in my age group, below and above, they do not want to do the bareback struggle build with a man. The majority of them do not. They have been burned, Sharon. Sharon, they have been burned. You need to realize this. You need to understand this. They have been burned. They are not willing to give their all to another man like that in that situation because they went through that struggle. They built. They did this. And in the end, they got burned. So what you need to understand is for a better outcome on a man's side and on a woman's side, calling a man 40 years old without assessing him, seeing what's going on, and not having children, a red flag is insane because you're literally taking off a clean slate for a woman and her potential of getting married and having children with a man that's financially stable, that is willing to be nice, loving, caring, and provide for her. That shouldn't be a red
Mm-hmm. So it shouldn't be a red flag because you are thinking about yourself and you are projecting your great values onto the majority of men that can possibly be 40 years old and above, which you are not yet, which is understandable. You are building towards something understandable. But we all know, me and you both know, that most young men, because you was building this nest egg from 20s. Most of these
yes,
men,
I would never deny in my personal life. So let me give credence to you. I would never deny in my personal life that I did not have damn near 3 leg and a half ups on the general public in my age range, above and below. I will not deny that. So
so
I'm in a totally different category. I understand that.
right, so
But at the same time,
you got to take yourself out of it and stop caping for men that do not move anywhere near what you are doing. And for some reason, I understand a lot of men have that problem, and this is why you putting women in danger because it's going to be is a bunch of 40-year-old men when they build up this next egg. They are not looking for a woman that is in their life bracket. They are looking for 20-year-olds, and we hear it. They've been spewing that bullshit for years now. This is not like it's something new. We've been hearing it for years now. But even Kevin Samuels, who he was dating somebody damn near half his age.
no,
So these 40-year-old men that don't have children, they are faking a front and acting like, but really they just want to take advantage of a young woman because they have this nest egg and they want to dangle all of that shit in front of a young lady. Hey, listen, I got the car, the clothes, and this, that, and the third. We could go on trips. I'm retired and da-da-da-da-da. And they lied to this woman to be a predator for young, impressionable women, taking these young women out of the dating market in the first place. The reason why a lot of these young ladies have more kids than their age group of men is because these older men are going back down in age, taking advantage of these younger ladies and impregnating them. And this is the real reason why it's much more ladies in that age bracket from 18 to 25 or whatever that age bracket is. The reason why they have more children than the men of their same age group is because older men are taking advantage of these young ladies. That's what's really happening.
That's
Otis,
you want to do minority. Oh, go ahead. Bring Otis up first, and then I'll go.
All right, let's get to it. We also want to bring in our special guest today, OTisWho.
Grand Rising, peace to the chat and peace to the channel. What's going on with you, Granville?
What's going on?
I do Grand Rising, sir. Relax. I do Grand Rising.
That's what we call. And look. Otis, look.
Oh my
I
God.
can't call you Otis.
Oh my
Otis, look.
God.
This
I'm about
this
to
what
be
we
in
call.
trouble now. Oh my God.
This
Why you
this
trying
what
to
we call.
why you trying to get me in trouble, sir?
Well, I
Why
guess
you
go
trying
ahead.
to get me in trouble?
Bring up whoever it is, and I'll tell Otis
Yeah,
about his
because
Grand
he
Rising
can't contain
shit.
itself. Right. He can't even contain itself.
Yeah.
Who you trying to bring up, man? Because Grand's
Yeah,
really
Daryl.
saying something.
Yep, you already know who it is. And if I bring him up, everybody's gonna curse me out. If I bring this man up, everybody's gonna curse me out. It's gonna be on everybody's live. Look who's supporting who. Look at who is doing. Look at you let. Oh
You have a few
my
suspects like that. Just ring them on up. You have a few suspects it can be. Who is it?
It's Daryl. By the way he sound, what he said, the emotion in his voice and everything is Daryl. That's just my guess. I do not have control to the stream yard. I cannot see who back there. But my educational guess is saying it's Daryl.
Damn, that is a very interesting educational guess. But before I bring him up, I'm gonna need some goddamn. I don't know what I'm gonna need. Goddamn it, I need some more coffee. I'm gonna need some more cucumbers because I'm preparing myself for the backlash.
Oh shit!
Woo! Go ahead, Otis. Before we bring him up, he's a patient man. He's a patient.
All right, so Otis, what I was saying about
his grind. I'm gonna give him a second. I'm gonna give myself a second because I have to be prepared.
So with your Grand Rising shit, in the younger generation, that would fall under, especially in women's eyes, as in a fuckboy aspect. Like that falls under the category of being a fuckboy.
Are you kidding me?
So if you ever have if you got nieces or younger or daughters or anything, ask them. Because generally if you ask them like, hey, just ask them one day, hey, what do you think about men texting you Grand Rising? And they're gonna call them, hey, that's a toxic dude. Like that shit is so generic. Normally talking like this shit is just it falls under the fuckboy category at Grand Rising shit. It may work on older women, but normally when you see like women in my generation and younger, yeah, that's a red flag right there. That's an actual red flag right there.
Wow, I'm gonna get my coffee after that one. That's crazy. All right,
so Otis, before I bring up God, that is gonna create a whole bunch of craziness. It's gonna happen, but it is what it is. I know he's gonna be on his best behavior. He's not gonna bring up no names. We just gonna stick to the topic when he come up. We ain't gonna throw in no cheap shots today.
We'll see how long that lasts. Let's go.
Also, OTisWho, before I bring up the guest, we need some goddamn super chats as well, goddamn it. Before I bring up the guest, OTisWho, having kids over 40 years old, never having kids and saying that you want kids, is that a red flag?
To me personally, no. I gave my side in the chat, but let me make it stronger. I can see how it could be. I'd be naive to say, no, I don't see where it could be. But from my perspective, being 53, I could see from my perspective not having kids, even though I do have a 28-year-old daughter. My real life, I wanted a son. Okay, now I'm happily married. In our situation, of course, my wife being 53 as well, we're not going to have any more children. We're not. It's not going to happen for, I'm not going to say obvious reasons, but we can go into it. But the typical reasons, age, all that, my wife, things like that. But in the ideal situation, if God was to, something was to happen, I end up being single right now, and I wanted to continue my legacy, yes, I would like to continue my legacy. I would like to bring a child into this world with the baseline. My sperm is healthy. It's not a weak sperm. What's that word? Geriatric, whatever word. Geriatric. It's strong. It got the tail behind it. It's doing what it's doing. It's strong.
It's not spinning in circles.
On the table.
It's not spinning in circles.
It's not spinning in circles. It's doing what it's supposed to do. Now, you did say something correct. I will give it to you. Most older men do want to find a younger woman to be the incubator, to be the oven. Let's keep it real, because they're younger and they're more healthier. I'm not going to go all the way to say, well, I'm going to be using them for the just for that purpose. Of course, it's being utilized that way. Of course, I want to be in love with them, but it won't be no 20, 30-year-old. I'm going to be realistic. The closer to my age, the better, but the younger is possible, if it makes sense. If I'm 50-something, realistically, I can see me having a loving relationship with someone in their, I would say, mid-30s that's healthy, and the doctor says it's okay for them to carry a child. So to me, that's fine. That's my situation. That's my ideal situation. But realistically, men will take advantage of the situation. They would.
I'm going to bring up the person that has one of the strongest headlocks in the game. Supreme Goddess, PhD.
Oh, damn. Here we go.
Good morning.
Damn,
Good morning.
Oh, damn.
You and your
that's why I
retarded
didn't go to college.
better shut the fuck up.
Oh, God.
Hey, but
And
real
also, everybody prepare.
Hold on.
Everybody get
Hold
ready.
on.
Hold on.
That
Hold
was
on.
crazy.
And also, I'm going to bring up.
Don't provoke me to anger, or else you'll be in danger.
Oh my goodness. Daryl Long, the Empire Simp God, is here as well. Yes, sir, you are in the show. Are you not ready?
Wait, I was right.
No,
I was
good,
right.
good.
Sharon, was I right? Was I right?
You was correct,
Was I right,
sir.
Sharon?
You were
All right,
correct,
thank
sir.
God, 'cause
And also, before we start, hold on.
About to be a situation. Hey, hey, hey.
Go ahead, Miss Diva.
All right. Cola 314. You also have to consider our age. I'm 42. No.
I did consider it. That's why I said 35 and under.
Child. Cola 314. At this age, not building from the bottom, okay?
That's very true. That's the
See,
part.
Sharon?
Right
See,
there.
Sharon? Sharon, look at this, Sharon. I'm saying, bro.
Yeah, she said
You're
at her
not
age.
going
but
for it.
we talk. Well, she's talking about at a much older age. She ain't talking about being 20. That's a difference. That is a difference. So go ahead, Supreme Goddess, PH Diva. What is your thoughts? Then we're gonna Daryl Long, Happy, and Granville. We're gonna get him right back in it. Go ahead, Diva.
Okay. Good morning, Happy. So my thoughts are, I mean, I guess if people want to do it.
Good morning, Diva.
Hey,
Hey, love.
if people want to do it after 40.
Eva, you ain't gonna say good morning to me?
Oh my God. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Bill.
That was horrible.
GB Bill. Good morning. No, why are you screaming first thing in the morning? Let's
because
do a
you didn't
breathing
tell me good
exercise.
morning.
Okay, but let's do a breathing exercise. We're gonna breathe.
You know I can barely breathe. I'm fat.
Goddamn.
You know I can barely breathe.
Yeah, so that's why we're gonna do like a deep breathing exercise, and then settle everything.
It's impossible. It's impossible.
Here you go. Anyway,
I can't even walk.
I think it's up to people. But I do, I've heard from people. I used to have a coworker. She had her first child at 42. And she was telling me that, chasing behind a 2-year-old past 40 is not the business, right? It's not something that you want to do. It is difficult. And so you end up in a situation where you pretty much handing the child the keys and say, hey, let me know when you graduate. Right? And so, I mean, it's up to people, but I don't know why people want to do it unless you have a whole lot of resources so you can have, help and all that other stuff. So those are my thoughts. Do it if you want to.
Diva, can I ask Space Diva a question real quick before we go on? Based on what I said, if you heard me, besides me messing up that word, geriatric, whatever it was, what was wrong with what I said?
So, I mean, I don't know that anything is, quote unquote, wrong with it. But like you said, you 50 what?
I'm 53.
And you talking about a 35 or under woman? Like, don't no 35-year-old woman want no 53-year-old man.
You probably wouldn't, but don't do that. Don't do me like that. Stop it.
No. Most of them don't.
Let's stick to the point. Stop it.
Most of them don't. Okay, what would a 35 or under woman really want with a 53-year-old man? What? You think she gonna want?
I have a lot to offer, but I'm not looking like I'm using it as an example.
Okay, but I'm just giving in generalities. You think that under 35-year-old woman gonna want to look at that 53-year-old nigga coming up out the shower at her?
See, you,
I,
there's
I'm
nothing wrong
just
with my
asking.
body. I have a great
I'm just
50-year-old body.
asking. Okay,
So,
that's
but hold on. So
I'm
let me
sure you and your grandma agree.
let me
But I'm
try
talking
to
about a
help
woman.
Otis out. Otis, do you believe that most men at 53 have your health conditions?
No. Oh, no,
Okay, so that's what
I
PhD
agree.
is
No,
talking to us. She is talking to the majority of 53-year-olds that look like Granville. Go ahead,
I
PhD.
got you. I got you. So
You
let's
know
keep it
what?
around 40. Take me off the table. I got you. You're right. I got you. I feel you.
Go
I heard
ahead,
what you said,
Diva.
too, but I feel you.
Right, and plus, I think the older the man comes, it becomes more of an issue with conceiving to begin with, right? So, the last I read, about 40% of men 40 and over have ED, and it increases by 10% every decade, right? So at 50% of y'all
Damn.
dicks don't work, right?
Ooh, I'm glad I'm out in that. Ooh, mine working.
And so, that's an issue too.
I feel you.
And
Yes.
then you don't want to be having no like autistic children or, Down's children, and the risk of that increases with the father's age.
As well, yes, because they try to act like it's only the act like it's only the egg that's geriatric, but it's also that sperm is geriatric as well. They have exactly root up, poor blood flow, and bad circulation. They ain't doing they push-ups, they sit-ups, they squats, they ain't running, they ain't walking, they eat all this greasy ass food, they're not eating no vegetables, no fruits, no water, and they still trying to lay it down. That's why they these young men, they taking these blue chews at the age of 30. It's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Go ahead, down long. About to get me in trouble.
Welcome, SBG. It's good to see you guys again. Otis.
What's up, man? Light it up.
No. I agree with the Supreme Goddess. At the end of the day, and good morning, Happy. At the end of the day, a lot of these bandits are not in the shape that Otis is in. I remember when me and Sharon and a friend of mine, CYP, we issued an 80 push-up challenge. Nobody did it except me and Sharon. And we're young men.
Wow.
Right? They just didn't want to do it. Otis, I'm pretty sure you can do it.
Of course. Call me out now.
Right? But they didn't want to do it. I feel like a lot of men don't have the athletic build that you may have, even in their adolescence, right? So they have unrealistic expectations, Otis. And I think that until we have more men that's going to set the tone like you are doing now, we're just going to have unrealistic expectations. We're going to have men that's fat that want small women. We're going to have men that don't know how to lead, that want a woman to follow behind them. It's a whole bunch of bullshit. So, that's where Sit Nation comes in.
Go ahead, Happy. What's your thoughts?
Okay, good morning, everybody. Good morning. Thank you, Sharon. Hi, everybody. I had a couple of comments. One on well, I did love what Supreme Goddess PhD was said. I did love everything you guys said, except for what Otis said, because I feel like he was being very disingenuous. Because the point of the matter is, I do agree with them. Like, first of all, nobody's looking at you. Like, he just tried to jump in and exclude himself out of it. Like, sir, we don't know what your health is. Just because you look like you could stand up and sit down, that doesn't mean you got shit going on when it comes time for a child. A child to be born. You get what I'm saying? So stop trying to cut yourself out, because you was part of that 50%, like she said. And that's what makes it worse, because what she said, and she was trying to give your ass an out, and you just went right into it. Okay, baby, you just put yourself there. Now let me remind you put yourself in it. That's not me. No, it is you. You want to know how we know? Because first of all, but before I get into that part of it, I want to say the part I was going to say why I got up here, because I heard him say something about when he tried to get these girls this age, that age, or whatever the hell, right? First of all, sweetie, nobody wants, like she said, nobody wants to be with you, Otis. Nobody. I promise you, nobody wants to fucking be with you. And the thing is, if you are going to be an older gentleman, a younger woman, myself, and a little bit younger, because you did say the age, a little bit younger than me, right? Sweetie, you would have to be smart, and that you are not. I'm sorry, boo, because trickery is involved. These old niggas think they about to get these young girls because they got a little bit of cash, but one thing they might have is a slick talk and shit. You understand what I'm saying? That's why they got to go get the young people though. So, you want a slippery slope with that one. And I'm sorry, I disagree. You a fool. And then he got the nerve. But the part where I say he's disingenuous, because he gonna say, 35, if the doctor says it's all right. What the fuck? Ain't shit wrong with a 35-year-old woman's body. Unless she done been through some shit. What the fuck you talking about? Y'all know damn well y'all men going for anything younger, anybody that's gonna open their leg for a fool like you, sweetie. Stop acting like you going to some motherfucking doctor's appointments and setting up this baby. Y'all just gonna have whatever woman that decides to keep the baby, pop the baby out. You probably won't even know, won't be nowhere motherfucking around. So we're not gonna be disingenuous, Otis. I just had to come up here and let your ass know about that. I don't appreciate that shit. You wanna speak from the heart, okay? I'm gonna tell you like that's what I'm gonna do.
Thank you, Happy.
Give me a word.
We didn't ask for no goddamn singing, Happy. No, this is not karaoke. No, Happy. This is not karaoke. Absolutely
Otis,
not.
she just preached your funeral, didn't she? She just preached
I would like
your
to
funeral.
say, Happy, would you mind turning on your camera?
You said something. You said you like to say something. You said it. Now what?
Yes. Would you mind turning on your camera, please?
Oh, you had a question for me?
Yes. I'd
Okay, what's the question?
I'd like to see you, please.
Well, would I mind turning on my camera? No, I don't mind turning on my camera. What's next?
Okay. Thank you. Go ahead and turn it on, please.
That's not how you ask, motherfucker. Don't say go ahead, turn it on, then say please. Which one is it? You gonna ask me or you gonna tell me? Because you ain't about to tell me shit.
Happy, I believe you misunderstood the whole conversation. I don't know why you
No, I believe you misunderstood what the fuck you were just trying to say. Either you're gonna ask me the question or you're not, but you're not gonna tell me what to do is what I told you. So if you didn't understand what I said, then I guess it's over with. Let me know which one.
Not protect Otis.
No, I'm good. You see, I'm practicing patience because I
Okay,
really
so
do
you
believe
didn't have a question. So you just thought you was just gonna tell me something, right? That's what I'm talking about. These old men think they could trick these young people. That's what I'm saying. They ain't getting over on no 35-year-old or nothing. And I'm glad PhD brought it up when she mentioned a woman that was 42. Because I have a family member that was 42. Now, mind you, and she had a baby. And yes, the baby 18 when she's 60 years old. But oh well. But guess what about this though? The more magnificent thing and beautiful thing about it is they decided they wanted to have more children. So what did she do for her husband once again? She untied her tubes because they already had children prior.
Okay,
she
Happy, hold on. Happy, hold on. Happy,
now what?
Happy,
Oh, wow.
Happy.
Yeah.
Hold on, Happy, hold on. We don't want to have it personal situation. We want to keep it on the general population.
No.
Please allow Otis to get more than, hold on, Happy. Please allow Otis to get more than 5 words in before you interrupt him. Go ahead, Otis.
For the record, I'm 53 years old. I believe I'm very, very attractive and well sought after for a 53-year-old man. You might not want me, and I'm pretty sure if you turn on your camera, I could give you a lot of reasons why I would want you as well. Exactly.
Ain't nobody
Hold on.
But with that being said, like I would reiterate, I want you to hear me out. And I'm going to use me personally, even though I should take myself off the table. The average 40-year-old man, of course, will be looking at younger women to have babies because they're just looking at them as incubators. I understand that, and I do agree with that. But I also believe that there is a facet of men out there, including myself, that do want to leave a legacy. I don't have a son. I'm just being real. I'm being honest here. I know doggone well I'm on my tail end of my life. I accepted that. I'm 53. I don't know. I got 10 to 15 years max. I'm a realist. I get that. So in actuality, mentally, I would love to have a legacy. Is it going to happen? I don't think so. But if the opportunity presents itself without me messing up my marriage, if it presents itself, of course. And I believe most men think like that. Now, is it rational and is it realistic? No, because the men are not capable of doing that. Again, health reasons, and they're not even in the financial situation. So I get all that. I really do. But I'm just fighting and caping for the men who come about it a way of the legacy aspect. Men think about their legacy. That's all I'm saying. Are they in a position to continue that legacy? No, they're not. No money, no standards, they're not set up for it. But in real life, I feel like I'm able to continue my legacy if I was in that situation. I have something to offer a 35-year-old woman, a home, everything that comes with that. If I decide to get in that situation, or if I was put in that situation, I'm not in that situation, and I'm fine with it. But if I had that choice, I would try my best to leave a legacy. That's all I'm saying. Take the geriatric term out the way and all that stuff. If I was in good condition and all that, of course, I would look for a younger woman, an incubator, of course.
Okay.
So the baby would come
Question,
out.
Otis. And
Yes,
so
ma'am.
you said before that you have a daughter. So how would you not have
28.
a legacy? Right. So are boys the only way a man can have a legacy? Your daughter isn't your legacy?
I'm old school. Great question. A woman can, of course, continue the legacy, but in tradition, the man continues the legacy by the name, because when a woman married, she's supposed to take on that man's last name. And honestly, I don't believe in a woman having a hyphen in their name. That's a no-no to me. If you marry that woman, that man, you're supposed to take on his family, his name, his livelihood. So I don't believe in that hyphen. So the legacy is mainly carried by the man.
Okay. So, but basically, like, because that absolutely makes no sense. So basically, you never, it doesn't. Because if you interacted with other cultures, then you know it's very common for women to damn the hyphen to keep their own last name, right? And marry somebody and the man keep his. And so
I would never allow that. That's disrespectful to a man.
Hold on, stop, Otis, stop.
Diva, because a woman doesn't want to be your property. That's disrespectful.
Diva, hold on.
God damn it, Granville, what?
No, do you have your mother's last name or your father's last name?
It does not matter. The point is,
yes, it does.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does.
No, it doesn't.
Let her finish her point, and I'll let you jump right in, Granville. Let her finish her point. Go ahead, PH.
Yeah, so it's not disrespectful to a man for a woman to say, I've been this person, your daughter 28. I've been Jane Doe for 28 years. Just because I marry Joe Smo, it doesn't turn me into a different person, right? And so the issue that I have with the name taking, like certainly people are allowed to do what they want, but these men are crazy enough to think that, okay, when I marry you, you need to become my property and change your name. But then if it don't work out and we split up, but then you need to change your name back. Women are not yo-yos that you get to, have on a string and reel them up and down at your whim. And so a name is your identity, right? And to think that a woman needs to change her identity just because she decides to partner with the man is absolutely asinine. And one of the many reasons I think a 35 or younger year old woman wouldn't be interested.
I just want to speak up on this legacy thing.
You're gonna have to say hello first, goddammit. You can't just stop talking.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good morning.
God damn it.
All right.
Otis said PH Diva was having a conversation. Granville was in line next.
I'll make it quick.
Have to wait after Granville.
Oh man, I'll make it quick. Your children continue.
That's the problem, Dante. A lot of these men want to make it quick. No, you gotta last.
I swear, I'm not long-winded. Your legacy continues through your children, your bloodline. Whether it's the woman or whether it's the girl or the boy, they continue your bloodline. They continue your legacy. That quote in the Bible, everlasting life. Your children, your spirit continue with your children. They continue your legacy. The woman can carry your legacy just as well as the man, just through your blood and your genetics. Thank you.
Okay, bye-bye. Thank you for your interpretation and your side of it, but I still disagree. Bye-bye. I still feel that the man has the name. I hear what you're saying. I'm going to agree to disagree. It's not an argument. I love my daughter with all my heart. She got everything I got. Everything I got. But when she marries someone, that man that loves her, he wants to continue his legacy, so she has to carry his name, period. Now, I don't care how y'all look at it. That's just the way it is. That's factual. I don't care about no other culture or none of that. It is what it is. That last name is important. And I would not allow my wife, first of all, it didn't even come up, to put a hyphen in her name. That's a no-no. To me, that's disrespectful to a man. My last name is Draper, so you're going to carry my last name. No
But how is
hyphen,
that
no nothing.
disrespectful? Because she is her own autonomous being, and she was whoever she was before she even thought about meeting you, right? So how
Because
is
when we
it?
came together,
Hold
we're
on,
one.
I'm still speaking. How is it disrespectful for that woman to maintain herself? So, okay, perfect example, right? So, if you have a PhD, a lot of times you will publish articles, and this actually happened to my advisor. She started publishing under her name, and then when she got married, she changed her name, so she got some publications under that name too. When her and that man got divorced, now she, it causes a problem because she got publications under two different names. And so that's an issue for an academic, right? And so these women, a lot of academic women aren't changing their names because this is the name I publish under. Now, socially, I might go by your last name, but like in a legal sense and in an academic sense, I'm not changing it for you. But to me, it's just asinine, especially get the fuck out of here. Black men, y'all carrying some white man's name. So what the fuck y'all talking about? It's your name and your legacy. Y'all be worried about these goddamn boys and half of them end up as fucking criminals. Stop it.
Sharon
Bingo,
X.
bingo,
This is my last
bingo.
name, goddammit. Sharon X, goddammit.
Right, but so that's the legacy. A legacy of underachievement and fucking criminal behavior. But that's what y'all trying to hold on to. You better put your legacy on these goddamn girls.
God
I
damn.
disagree. You like going to the extremes, but I feel
Ain't
you
no
though.
going to the extremes. We can look at all the motherfucking data and see that y'all got a legacy of fucking underachievement and criminality. Stop it.
God damn. So I want to get Granville in there. Go ahead, Granville, and then after Granville, we're gonna get Gently in there as well. Good day to you. Go ahead, Granville, and then Gently. Oh, now he don't. Okay.
No, I'm here. I'm just trying not to be the ignorant motherfucker that I normally am. That's it.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
I get the last name thing. I agree with Otis. Typically, the way I've always seen it done was the woman normally takes the man's last name. So without you having a son, that I can see where that's a concern. That's where a want is. You know what I'm saying? So I totally agree with you. I can understand what you're saying and everything. I don't think it's bad to actually take the man's last name, but and the legacy thing, men always want sons. They always want sons. They need somebody to carry their name, the spitting image of them, the pride of them. So that's something they always want. But PhD Diva did mention something because my mom actually went through the same thing. When she was publishing documents and stuff, she started off as her family's last name, and when she got married to my dad and published everything after that, it went under my dad's last name. So if you actually look my mom up, when some people, she used to get these calls all the time, like, "Hey, is this you? Is this you? Is this you?" From people she met throughout her life. On the later end, that was reading her documents and her stories and stuff. So she was like, "Yeah, that's me." So I can get the legal aspect of situations like that, but Diva, women aren't really publishing shit like that at a mass. That's a minority mindset. So that's a minority to a point where it's so minuscule. It's
not
not that
minuscule.
big.
That's me. I'm talking about my experience. Otis sat up here and told us how he was 60 years old and still look good to his grandmama. But so I'm talking about my experience.
Could I please not get cut off? Could I please not get cut off? Hold on, Otis. Could I please not get cut off? Please.
Yes.
That's all I want. So yes, when it comes to you, I think you're in the top probably 0.01% of women in education. So this is definitely a problem for you because you do publish things, you do these things. Yes.
Exactly.
But like Sharon always tells me, hey, take it outside of you.
Yes.
Because everybody is not moving like you. You are a rare breed. You are where from when it comes to your education.
Right.
And you trying to blanket that as the majority? That's not right to do. That's what Sharon tells me all the time.
Right.
So bringing that obstacle up in this situation is kind of crazy. In Sharon's eyes. That's what Sharon's always telling me. The last name men want kids. Normally, when you get married, other cultures I know that some people take the woman's last name, but what we grew up on was, hey, if you didn't have your dad's last name, more than likely your parents wasn't married. If you took your mama last name, more than likely people gonna say, hey, you probably don't live with your dad. You probably don't know your dad. You ain't even got your dad's last name. So where we come from, having the father's last name is typically the way it's set. And to tell us to reprogram to another culture that we did not grow in, that's kind of like, that's asking a little bit too much.
I think it's also asking a lot too much to expect a woman to change her last name and ultimately her identity for a $50,000 ass nigga. This nigga don't own shit else, but he want to own a woman. Bitch, get out of here. Ladies, don't do it. Keep your shit, ladies.
Otis, I got a question right quick.
Hold on, Dante. It was gently turned B. Goddamn patient before you. Y'all ain't gonna keep bothering Otis like that. No,
like that.
Absolutely.
Ain't nobody bothering me.
All right, they keep saying that I'm letting things happen to you. I just want them to know that I'm not.
Please, we having a conversation.
I agree, women. Keep your daddy's last name. Don't give it up for no bum.
Go ahead, Gently. Good day to you, Gently.
What you just fucking said. Ladies, I agree with you. Keep your daddy last name. That means that's.
Let's let the lady speak, guys. The lady been trying to speak the last 5 minutes. Let's show some.
What is wrong with you?
Like when
Thank
y'all
you,
niggas.
Danville. Go ahead, Gently. Good day to you,
Sharon.
Gently.
Good morning, chat. Good morning, everyone. All right, so here's my take on this. First off, I agree with PhD even the girls. Ladies, keep your last name. I don't understand. If this nigga last name ain't a Bush or an Amheiser or a Walton, why am I changing my last name? And like PhD even said, for a $50,000 nigga, no, actually these niggas are less than $50,000 these days. I'm not doing it. Why would I change my last name to suit you for what? The only reason why women are changing their last name because they feel like it gives them some type of status. But if your last name ain't Walton or it comes along with some money and some prestige, there's no reason for me to put your last name onto my name. Why do I need to do that? First off, we're already in 2024. I don't understand why we're still so hung up on names. And this whole thing about if you had your mother's name, last name, you didn't have a mother, that's ridiculous. Because a lot of cultures, they actually do hyphenate their names. I'm a teacher. The Hispanic kids and these Asian kids come through all the time with multiple names of their mother and their father. They don't just push the woman out of the way. I don't understand why black men feel like you guys are the only one with a legacy. What? So this is the problem that women are having, that you guys are excluding us out of humanity altogether. Literally, I just heard Otis say that we're fucking incubators. I'm not an incubator. I am the giver of life. I'm a womb herder. I was put in charge of the responsibility of creating and housing life in my body and actually pushing life through my body and then nurturing life and caring for it as it gets older, to put back out into the universe, into this world. So for men to sit up here and push women to the side as if our contributions to society is one of the major things you niggas exist is because of us. You're here because of us. So respect the womb. There's nothing wrong with men wanting to have children. I think it's a beautiful thing that men want to have children. I think it's a beautiful thing when men want to say, hey, I want to be a father. I want to be a parent to someone and devote my life, because that is what women do. We devote our lives to these children. You guys can get up and leave at any time, but we are here in their face 365 days a week. I mean, a year. So I don't like the fact that we're pushing women off to the side, calling us incubators, making it seem like it's only your legacy. Are you kidding me? That child came from my body. That child is more mine than it is yours, because it actually grew in my body, housed in my body, took my nourishment, took my nutrients from my body to survive. Do you not know when a baby's inside of you, it literally sucks the calcium from the mother's bones? That's not happening to you guys. So have some respect for the process of life. Have some respect for the wounds that your children come through the world in. And that's the same way you got here. And the other thing about Otis, I'm sorry, Otis, a lot of women, I have a lot of young women, they do not want 50-year-old men. That sperm is old, outdated, antiquated, ill-equipped, it's deficient ass sperm. And a lot of these children that are having developmental delays, and like I said, I'm a teacher, I know. A lot of these children are having developmental delays. It is due because of that old ass sperm. that's happening out here. So I need men to stop. I need men to understand. Like Sharon said earlier, it is important. Just because the woman gets older, yes, so does the man. His body and his sperm gets older too. And Happy, thank you for calling Otis ass out, because I don't like the fact that he asked you to cam up. Why did you ask her to cam up Otis' wife? But you can talk bad about her, but you can say she hit the wall, but you can say that she ain't cute enough to get a 50-year-old or 30-year-old, 40-year-old. I don't understand why you asked her to cam up, because
she preached his
about
funeral.
right.
She preached his funeral, and so did you,
And
Gently. You preached his second funeral.
Yeah, and these niggas over here talking about cam up, and I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna land my plane. Y'all been talking about cam up. First off, y'all don't even know how. You can say I'm triggered all you want. I don't care. Anyway.
Okay, here's retarded tongue ass.
Right, like yeah, no one fucking cares. And PhD Diva, like you said, PhD Diva, yes, I'm in that motherfucking 1%. I do have a bachelor's degree, and I'm going into the master's program next month to get my master's in education, also to get an endorsement for K-12 to teach y'all old ass, dumbass, deficient ass kids out here with that fucked up sperm. They got developmental delays. I'm actually going back to school to be a better teacher for y'all fucking kids, so I can teach them better because they have developmental delays because of y'all old ass sperm. And then the last thing I'll say is this: you men up here talking about women's ages. Y'all women, we look so good nowadays. You motherfuckers don't even know our ages. If I cammed up right now, you would think I'm under fucking 30 years old, and I am not. I had a nigga yesterday that came to my house, was checking my electric, and said that he thought I was fine as hell. He's 33. I'm over 35. I don't look my age. So stop trying to come off and act like women actually look 40. We are not white women. We are not those other races of women. They look a little different, but black women, black age is beautiful, okay? Black, we age gracefully. So don't ask my girl Happy to fucking cam up, nigga. That's all I have to say. Thank you, Sharon.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
You might as well take it on the chin, Sharon.
Amen.
The power bring it. Your perfume done got preached about 3-4 times today, Otis. You need to go ahead and log off, bruh.
Yeah, you see, Otis, what happened?
Woo. So,
Rogue C. Women's wombs are more than incubators. Brownsville, New York. Good morning, sir. Happy got Otis in that anaconda choke this morning. Peace and love to the SBG queens and the SBG fam. The queens aren't playing with y'all today. Rogue C. Incubators house living things already created. Wombs create the life cell by cell. But they didn't even make it to 7th grade biology. So how they gonna know that? Tony Golden. Right. Tony Golden. That's a lot of words for you to say you're an incubator. You won't change your name for the man, but you'll bear his fruit. Make it make sense. Who bears fruit?
Because it's her fruit too. That these guys don't understand. She will bear fruit. The fruit does not belong just to him. What is wrong with you guys? The fruit does not belong to him. It literally technically belongs to her. She has more rights to that fruit than you do. You niggas are literally out here talking about, I didn't make that fruit. I didn't plant that tree.
It ain't mine.
I didn't do anything. It ain't mine. The fruit is not just yours. It is hers too. What the fuck is wrong with y'all?
See what happened, Otis? You set yourself up with the remedial talking points.
If I could get a word in, if I could talk. First of all, she proved
you can't
my
talk.
point.
Take it up with your 3rd grade teacher. Why can't you talk? Why can't you talk? No, you can't talk. And that's what we talk about day in and day out. Every time you up on this panel, why can't Otis talk?
you better let Otis out that goddamn headlock. You better leave Otis alone.
Otis.
Hold on, goddamn. Hold on. I want to bring in C. Mosses in here, and then we're gonna let Otis get a word in edgewise. Go ahead, C. Moses.
No, I want to hear what Otis got to say. I'll let him respond. I'm gonna chime in when it's right.
Floor to OTisWho podcast. Let that man speak. Go ahead, Otis.
This is my first time meeting Gently, so nice meeting you, ma'am. You said a lot of things.
Nice to meet you as well, Otis.
Yes, ma'am. You said a lot of things that you took kind of personal, and you kind of made it seem like it was a negative thing. Yes, I did use the word incubator, but I was using it to prove a point of what I was saying when I was, if I'm this I'm this age and I want to have a child, I would choose a younger mate. And of course, I would choose someone who is in shape, because that woman will be carrying the child. I use the incubator as a point of reference, and like to crack a joke, but I didn't mean it to be in a negative tone or a negative connotation, but you took it that way. And most women like yourself and PhD, but with all due respect, you tend to take things like that the wrong way and you use it for your agenda. And I'm going to explain it like this. I don't know too many people like you proclaim to be and PhD, but I don't know. I'm trusting and checking your words that you are educated, you have degrees, you are in the 1% percentile who makes X amount of money and all that, and you have your choice of a pool that you can pick from, and you damn well is not going to carry that man's last name. You are in that position. I'm going to check your word for that, but most women are not in your position, ma'am. They're not at all. Most women, let me finish, sir. Be quiet, please.
Shut your ass
Most
up.
women are not in your case. Most women live an average life and who will love to come into a situation with a man and will be happy to carry that man's last name. No ifs and buts about it. No negative connotation. No, I'm the man, I'm the king, and she's lower than me. No, she's happy to carry that man's last name. That's how it should be and how it should be in tradition. No hyphen. I'm old school and I'm traditional. I don't look down on my woman because she took my last name. No, of course not. She's helping continue my legacy by bringing my children into the world. So all this stuff that you're putting out there that it's a negative thing and I'm coming off harsh and I'm an old man living in the cave and I want to rule my woman. No, that's not it at all. I'm very traditional. Men, sons usually carry the man's legacy. I don't know about the 2024 and these women that's smart and want to be a man now and want to be on even footing with the man. I want my last name just like yours on there. I don't deal with women like that. And I applaud you. No disrespect. I applaud you. You strong-willed and all that. I don't need that in my house. I need someone who understands my level of understanding what my last name means, because my last name is important. I don't care if it originated from a white man. What is it now? What is it now?
The last name of a 3-time felon. That's what it is.
Damn.
And just because you got the record stricken, that doesn't change that fact, right? Just because you were able to get it off the record doesn't change that you are a 3-time felon, right?
I guarantee you anyone would love to be with me and help them remove their felons off their record. What are you talking about?
You are though. It's still who you are.
Huh?
It's still
what you saying to make no sense. That's not a negative thing, ma'am.
Yes,
it is. You're
a felon. You are a felon.
Man,
that is your legacy. Criminality is your legacy.
Criminality. Also, every man that has a felony is truly a criminal.
Criminality is your legacy.
Really? Is that what you're saying?
That's your legacy. Yep, that's who you are.
Now we're going down the rabbit hole.
Inmate number 013850.
All right, I'm raising my hand.
That's how you are. No. But then I also want to address,
Here we go.
When he said we giving it a negative connotation. Dumbass, when you sitting up here and referring to women as incubators, you are dehumanizing women.
Thank you. You are dehumanizing.
So it's going to have a negative connotation. It has a negative.
You are an incubator, and I'm a fertilizer. What the fuck?
Motherfucker.
You are incubator, and I'm a fertilizer.
All right, hold on, y'all. Hold on. Everybody, hold on. Okay, hold on. All right, everybody, hold on, y'all. Hold on. I got you. Hold on. I'm gonna set the stage for you. Hold on.
Right, because you don't know.
Right, bitch ass nigga.
Hold on.
Right.
Everybody, hold on. Everybody, hold on. Okay, Otis, you did spoke for like a good 3 minutes uninterrupted. You let PH Diva, Jetly, and we're gonna get C Moses in there as well. So PH Diva, Jetly, C Moses. Go ahead.
Okay. So when you're referring to women who are human beings as incubators, you are by definition, right? So that's denotation, not connotation. You are by definition dehumanizing women by referring to us as incubators, right? But I wouldn't expect this dumb motherfucker to know that, right? Because he sound like he didn't go past the 4th grade. Like we always talk about the 4th grade reading level. This nigga don't even have beyond a 4th grade speaking level. Okay? So now that's one. And the last thing I'll say is we may be incubators, but that's still part and parcel above being a bitch ass nigga. Go ahead, gently.
Goddamn.
Okay, so the whole thing about calling us incubators is actually dehumanizing us, is making us, is taking away the humanistic side of us. Basically, you're saying that we're just things, stuff, and objects that you can use to get whatever you want from, and then after you're done, you can do whatever you want to. You can throw it away, you can treat it like trash, you can set it on fire. So the fact that you think that women are incubators lets me know you fucking men don't know enough about our motherfucking autonomy or the way wombs work. And this is the problem that we're having with men, because you guys don't understand how women's bodies work. An incubator, you stick something in it, right? Because I'm a teacher, right? So we put eggs in incubators for the eggs to hatch, and then we take them and release them on a farm. That's an incubator. You're putting something that's already created in it to be safe and housed and to grow. So it doesn't start out like that. My womb does all the work. Once that egg comes down and it gets fertilized, my womb is the creator. The seed gets implanted in my womb and grows from there. I am not an incubator. I'm a womb holder. I give life, I create life, I house life. What are you talking about? So when you
Why are
said
you
that,
so offensive by that word? I
you
say I'm a
said that.
fertilizer.
I got you, Otis.
It's a
I'm not
metaphor.
defensive by
Shut
the
your
word.
ass up.
I'm not defensive by the word. Words are
You
fine.
not no
Words have
fucking
meaning. You didn't have
fertilizer,
the right word.
bitch. You had a
That's what
baby
I'm
30
saying.
years
We're not
ago, ho.
incubators.
You ain't shit, nigga.
We're not
Why you ain't got no
incubators.
other
Like,
children then, motherfucker? Why you talking about you
like,
need an
damn.
incubator to have another baby then,
Right.
bitch? Since
That's
you
what
so
you're
much of a
talking about.
fertilizer, ho.
Incubator.
Is Gently done? Because I'm
You
going
your
after
whole life,
Gently.
bitch.
I'm going after Gently.
All right.
You and fucking, what's his name? I can't think of his name. The black little dumb motherfucker that was on a podcast with Joe Budden and them. If y'all feel like women are then go get an incubator and use it. I guarantee you that incubator is not going to do what my womb does. I guarantee you that. I guarantee you that baby is not going to come out as if it grew from a woman's womb, then you putting it in an incubator. Y'all don't understand all that a womb does. It nourishes, it grows, it gives life, it gives nutrients, it protects, it keeps it. Y'all don't realize what a womb actually does. An incubator can never intimidate that. An incubator can never be the same as that. All I'm saying is it's okay to have women to want to carry your babies. That's fine. But to dehumanize us is the problem that women are having. Don't dehumanize us for giving life to your child when I can lose my fucking life in the process of giving life to your fucking child.
Perfect. Landed right there. That was beautiful. Go ahead. C. Moses.
So I am coming in on this. When I chimed in before, I handed it to Otis because I wanted him to go back and forth on that topic. The way that I'm listening in on this, understanding both sides, an incubator can be more than just, it could also be an organization that helps companies start. So if you're thinking of your last name as a brand and as a company, that woman, when she takes your last name, at that moment, she has just as much say about what that last name is going to be to the community as the man. So that's why it's like not dehumanizing. It's bringing that woman in so that y'all can start a new company, a new brand, and she is also bringing everything that she's bringing to the table to that last name. So it's not his last name. It now becomes their last name. Also, wait,
stop. So let's address
That
that.
don't make no sense.
Because it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
If it's his last name and he had it before and you equating a last name to a company and a brand, then it wouldn't be them creating a whole new brand, right? Because he had that brand before. So that's basically, yes, it is. Okay, so you mean to tell me that Walmart gonna say, hey, let us get acquire some other company and we still gonna call it Walmart, but now we a whole new company. Stop it. It doesn't. Do you know anything about mergers and acquisition? If they keep the name, it's the same fucking company, nigga.
I do, but you are also, you're moving the goalposts now. All I'm saying is, all right. So then I'm gonna let you finish, but let me finish.
Damn companies or no corporations. The average black man lucky to earn $50,000. You ain't no corporation because you're a broke motherfucker. That's what you are.
I'm over double that.
Cost equivalency.
Ooh, you make over $100,000. So fucking what, nigga?
We're well over double that. That's what
right,
so
and me too. And so what? And what are you earning, nigga?
I didn't project anything onto you. So what I'm trying to say is,
it was a general statement, nigga. I wasn't talking about you. But thank you for letting us know that. So fucking what? And the point is, the vast majority of black men don't have shit, don't own shit, and so their last name is not a brand unless the brand is poverty and fucking underachievement, right? And it's not a corporation unless
that's
it's a
not true. That's what I'm
defunct
saying.
one that went out of fucking business. So stop it.
Okay.
Y'all really got to stop it.
All right, go ahead, C. Moses.
Wow.
Gotta finish your statement.
The odd part about me sharing my perspective is because I guess I'm not an average man in the world. I can't add to this conversation because it's not about me. We're talking about the average man, yes, I guess. My second point was going to be on the last name piece. So the first point was the incubator. You are starting a new company. That's why if you are talking about kids, you are creating something that the world has never seen. And there are two forces coming together to build something new. Second point is this. If she doesn't take your last name, she has the last name of her father or her mother, but it's her parents. So does she respect her father in the same way where I'm not going to take your last name because I respect my father so much so that I want to hold on to his last name and his legacy and everything that he instilled in me. If that is the case,
got nothing to do about these men. That's the problem. You guys keep thinking that it's about these men. It is not about y'all. We want to keep our last names. It's because it's our last name. It's our identity. I'm not keeping my last name because I respect my father.
It was his last name. You got the last name because of him.
Oh my God. But it has nothing to do with him as I become an adult.
I know.
Y'all married?
I get a chance. I got
all right, hold on, y'all. All right, hold on. All right, hold on. So this is what we're gonna do. So see, Moses, you're gonna have to hold on. So this way you won't get interrupted. You gotta shorten it up a little bit. It's not, you know what I'm saying? So this way people can actually so this way people don't have to interrupt you. Do your best to have some brevity, shorten up so people can interject. Gently want to get in there. Otis want to get in there as well.
I want to get in there. Because being married to a three-time felon is not a flex, nigga. Being married to a three-time felon is not a flex.
So shorten up your point. Let's get some brevity. So go ahead, C. Moses. We're gonna let you finish it up. We're gonna get Jet. So we're gonna go C. Moses, finish it up quickly. Gently, Otis, then PH Diva. That's why I know for a fact those people want to talk immediately. So that's what we're gonna do. C. Moses, Gently, Otis, PH Diva. Go ahead.
My points aren't even long-winded. It's just striking a chord so they just jump right in. But I'm gonna say this. Okay, so
you are long-winded, sir.
The whole point. See, that's what I'm saying. You're already jumping in. So the whole point is they believe that last name is theirs. But at what point did it become theirs? When they were children, it was handed down from them from their parents. Not okay. So I'm not even going to the male. It was the parents. That's the point where you're starting the new company. So the same way she's talking about. She's her own entity, whatever you want it to be. That's what the man wants with that team member, that woman saying, hey, come into this last name. I mean, I never want to live in a world where the man goes and takes the woman's last name because that woman's last name is from her father. So I don't know why we're trying to reinvent the wheel. I'm going to land it there just because you get my point. And if you actually can think about what's being passed down, it makes sense.
Do you think the daughter can pass down the man's legacy through possession, whether he have a corporation or anything? I'm asking him a question.
Gently.
I'm sorry. What did you guys say? I thought you guys were talking to each other. I was just waiting for my turn.
Yeah.
No, I asked old boy a question.
Your name is Dante. Hey, your name is Dante, sir. You a boy.
Forget you then.
Your boy Damon.
What I'm saying is, I'm a grown woman walking through this world. I am not saying that I didn't get that name from my father. I'm not stupid. And our fucking kids are born and you take the names that your parents fucking give you. You have no control over that at birth. Duh. So stop with trying to act like women are fucking stupid. We're not stupid. What I'm saying is, as you get older, that name is now yours. It is part of your identity. Yes, it was given to you, but now it's about what you do with the name that you have. Prime example, I hate fucking using celebrities, but you niggas only seem to understand niggas that have more money than y'all. So I'll talk about celebrities. Rihanna, Fenty, her father tried to use his name. Even though he gave it to her, she barred his ass from using the last name Fenty because it is her brand name. Look it up. It was a real fucking thing. So I don't want to hear this. Women's names are our own names. We're not saying that they don't want to get married. You still can't get married and be with him and everything. And it doesn't mean we respect you less because we didn't take your name. For some reason, male egos are so fucking fragile and easily broken off someone not taking your name. That's fucking ridiculous. Like, it is a name. And again, it is not just y'all legacy. I thought y'all said these children belong to both of us. He just said that the children coming into it is both of you. But then I hear Otis talking about me, my, I. So no, it's fucking ridiculous. If women want to take your last name, they can take it. I don't have a problem with that. But stop asking as if all women have to do what your woman does, or the woman that you want has to do what all women have to do. No, it doesn't work like that. I'm not taking his last name. If I'm taking your last name, it needs to give me some type of power. And the last time I checked, black man's last name don't come with no fucking power.
Oops.
Landed right there.
Oops.
That's beautiful. Landed right there. Beautiful. Go ahead, OTisWho, not Dante. OTisWho, the supreme goddess.
Forget you then.
It's gonna be quick. It's gonna be quick. No negative comments, nothing like that. I would like to be, and I am with a woman who respects me and love my last name. She had no thought of hyphenating it. She doesn't belittle me. She doesn't hold up three so-called felonies over a black man's head to belittle them, to keep them from moving forward when they can't win an argument or anything like that. So I'm glad I have a woman who wants to be married and can't be married because they want to hold her name.
Type that message up for you. You are reading horribly, sir.
Happy, it was not your turn. Now it's your turn. And trust me when I tell you this with all my facial expression, I could give a damn what you say. Actually, I don't even care if you breathe.
Okay. So why are you still talking to me then? Shut up.
No, Happy, you can't skip the line neither. Happy, you can't skip the line neither. Otis said he's good. Go ahead, PH Diva.
Well, actually, I wanted Otis to repeat the last thing he said because I couldn't hear what he said.
I forgot. I ramble. It don't matter. You won't like it anyway. So continue.
Oh, okay. Well, because you were mentioning something about like 3 times felony. And so the thing is, being a felon, so there's a label attached to it, right? But when you're a felon, you actually had to spend that time in prison, right? And so what happened with men in prison?
Not true.
Right? They end up bending
I've never
over.
been in prison.
Hey, can I speak?
Speak the facts, though. I've never been in prison.
Hey. Again. They're in there bending over, spreading their cheeks, right? They in there sucking dick, right? And so, if she okay with being with a bi-directional ass man, then more power to her. It wouldn't be me, right?
It wouldn't be me either. So what's your point? What's your point? It wouldn't be me either or her. So what's your point? Who are you talking about?
Why are you speaking over me? We let you
because
speak.
You're lying.
No, but we let you speak.
But you're lying.
No, but we let you speak.
Okay, go ahead.
Right. And see, this is the thing. And see, but he learned all that femininity while he was in prison. Right?
Again, I never went to prison. Stop it. Stop with the slander. You know better. Stop with the slander. I don't mind you talking, but talk the truth. I've never been to prison. Never been to prison, Mel. Never.
If that's the case, then you can let me speak and address it afterwards, can't you?
But speak.
No.
Yeah.
But you can let me speak and then address it afterwards, right?
Okay, you're right.
Right. In prison, right?
Oh my God.
On lockdown. What? And what happens in there? We done all seen this. Anybody who work in a prison, you know what it is. They wife come visit them on Monday morning, Monday afternoon, they sucking dick, right? And so, yes, more power to her if she would take the last name and the legacy of a 3-time felon who was sucking dick on Monday night.
All right, she's not making a point here.
Yes,
she
never does.
Yes,
I am.
Y'all gotta finish letting her make her point to understand
exactly.
Hey, girl, sir. She ain't saying shit. Stop caping for her, man. Go on with that bullshit. She ain't saying shit.
Let her talk. You don't let nobody cut you off, Otis. So shut up, Otis.
And you shut your ass up. I know you ain't got a high school diploma, so stop talking to me. I'm talking to PhD.
No, your nephew is a fucking bitch.
I gotta head out for a second.
Motherfucking college degree, hoe. Suck that dick, nigga. Now what?
No, you don't have a quick
Brother
point.
dick.
I'm talking, Simo.
I do.
You
I
got,
actually-
You
no,
ain't got 2
absolutely
degrees,
not.
nigga.
If you
I got
got to head out, then take your
Your
ass
mammy
home.
ain't got a high school diploma, bitch.
No, I just want to make one.
No, we're not going. It's my turn to speak, so shut your ass up. So drop out if you got to drop out. If you got somewhere to go, then go ahead and go, baby. We'll
Well,
see
all you want to do is
have a great day, nigga.
of a homosexual.
Have a great day,
Nobody wants to hear
nigga.
that.
We're not listening to you, nigga. Take your
Nobody
ass
wants to
home,
hear
nigga. Right?
You're
The
educated
more
on Alabama, right?
disrespectful you people
I
are,
actually do
when
want to
you want
hear it.
somebody to take
We
your
do
name and
wanna
call
hear
it a
it.
legacy.
Oh, you want to hear about
You
gay stuff?
motherfuckers can't
Okay.
even
We
let a
want to
woman
hear
finish
it.
her
Yes.
sentence.
Let her finish her sentence.
Thank you. Okay, good. All right. So yeah. So if that's the definition of a flex of being married, being in that type of situation, then more power to these women. But y'all can have it because I'm not interested in any of that. I'll take my own legacy with the name I chose over, adopting some broke ass nigga last name and whatever he got going on any damn day.
Otis, it's like this. Besides all the shit talking we doing, just because if you have all girls, your legacy is going to continue through your bloodline. There's going to continue your legacy. I don't know the definition. I don't know what kind of definition you have of legacy, but your legacy continues with your heirs, whether you have a boy or a girl. That's all we're trying to get down. I passed the mic. I told.
Well, I got something else to
Okay,
say.
thank you.
I got something else
Go
to
ahead,
say.
go ahead,
Really
go ahead.
quickly. Really quickly, Happy. First off, y'all want us to take y'all last names? Like I said, for what? What power? Your last name comes with no power. Your last name comes with poverty, confusion. It comes with fucking dust. I can't do anything with it. I can't purchase credit with it. I can't go buy shit on it. I can't get a house. At least I know if my last name was Walton, or if it was Musk, or if it was some of these rich names out here where it can move something. Me taking your fucking last name doesn't move anything. All it does is make me look stupid as fuck, and I changed my name for what? For a nigga who got multiple motherfucking baby mamas, who gonna fucking probably cheat on me, bring me back STDs, ain't gonna work a motherfucking job, can't read above a fucking 4th grade level. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? He living in my house, everything is already in my name. So why the fuck would I take your name to have everything in my fucking name? Y'all got me fucked up. Y'all got women fucked up.
They need you to
Their
pay
name
half the
doesn't own
bills.
anything.
They need you to pay
Like,
half
yeah,
the
what is
bills,
it?
but want
Right.
you to take their name. Stop
You
it,
can
nigga.
take their last name, but they don't want to put their name on no bills. They don't put their name on nothing. Not a phone bill, not a car note, not the kid's medical bill. These niggas don't even want to put their last name on the kids' motherfucking records to sign up for fucking school. When I'm calling parents, I see fucking mothers' names and grandmothers' names and aunties' names. I rarely see fucking man's name. And the man's names I do see, they ain't fucking black.
It sure ain't on the goddamn.
About to be a situation. Hey, hey, hey.
Whew, go ahead, Diva.
All right, next level MF. Do women have B legacies?
Don't you dare say anything.
That wasn't a force. Never mind.
Don't you dare say anything about that man's writing and reading capabilities. Don't you dare.
They prove it every day. Black built like a conquering king, so men can be wallets, but women being incubators is a step too far. Y'all can't be wallets if you broke. Y'all broke.
Y'all ain't got no money. Y'all broke. What are you talking about?
Nigga.
Y'all have no money. Black women date down all the time. You niggas
y'all
got no
date
money.
down.
They're
Sharon
broke to
literally
you
said,
two.
Shalon,
Are you
no, be quiet,
21%?
Otis. Be quiet,
You
Otis.
21%,
Sharon
right?
literally said he was
Nigga, you
making
don't need to
$8
be in the
when his
1%
woman
for
got
these
with him.
bitch ass
So
niggas
that
to be
means
broke.
he was poor. He ain't had no fucking money. Sharon
Yeah,
said that
Sharon
himself.
said that.
He said that. That means she was dating down. Otis. The fuck, Otis?
Nobody ever
I'm a
dated
fucking black
down
woman.
gently.
What you say? You
No,
turn women into
Sharon.
wives. You turn
Sharon.
women into wives.
According to what these women been
Hold on,
saying,
y'all. Hold on. Let's
Sharon,
get.
according to what these women been saying,
We can
you
address
line
that.
up to it.
I'm gonna pass
You
it to you
line
right
up
after
to it.
Granville. Granville, you got it right. You got it right after. Go ahead, PS Diva.
All right, gotta have some money to be a wallet. Brownsville, New York. PhD Diva just put Otis in that.
Omoplata.
Okay, Omoplata. Hashtag protect Otis. The SBG queens are on a 50-0 run right now. Rim Brothers, join the panel at your own risk. Okay, Rim Brother elect. Well, he ain't no Rim Brother elect. He was in prison being a Rim Brother. He was giving rim shots. All right.
Go ahead, Granville.
Fleece Johnson.
God damn it. Go ahead, Granville.
So according to what Gently and Diva's been saying, Sharon, you were that person. You were that person, and by that standard, I don't know why your children and your wife got your last name, according to this thing, because she dated down to get you. So by the logic that they're using, you should have your wife's last name right now and the children because she dated down to
That's
get
not the logic
If
we're
that's the
she
using.
case,
dated.
so if that's
So
the
That's not the
case,
logic we're
and
using.
oh, you're not
that's
finished?
fine.
Go ahead. Let him finish. Let him finish. Go ahead.
I'm not done. I'm not.
Go ahead.
PH Diva and Gently, they're sort of correct. They're sort of correct. I'll give them that. But at the same time, they're also the same ones complaining, cracking these jokes and stuff. Yet still, they'll push these felons' babies out. They'll push these broke niggas' babies out. And then when it's said and done, they'll drag the whole populace of what the choices that they made to do. They'll do this. And this is, I find that just funny because you'll complain about those said men, yet still you'll make more generations of those same said men. And I just don't find the logic.
It's also their babies as
Because
well.
according to y'all, my children have a father, so they're being raised by a man, so they don't count.
But
So I don't know what
Daryl,
you're talking about, Granville. That doesn't count for
the
me.
problem
But
is,
for other women, okay,
yo,
Granville.
don't overtalk me. Yo, chill the fuck out. I'm responding to
Hold on,
Daryl.
GBG, hold on.
He was
Before we get
responding,
this
Granville. So relax,
hold
bro.
on.
Show some fucking
Before we
I
get
respect.
this
wasn't talking to her though. I was talking to
He
you.
was
Before
responding
we get this,
nevertheless.
hold on.
I
Before
don't
we get this,
care about this
hold on, Granville.
Treat her the way you would treat
Hold
Sherelle
on,
or
Granville.
anybody
You
else
did
over there.
stop and you did allow
Nah,
for a. Hold on. Hold
Stop
on.
being a bitch and shut the fuck
Hold
up.
on,
nah,
everybody.
I ain't got to.
Hold on,
I'm
please. Thank you. So Granville, when you let the door open for a because you was quiet for like a good 3 seconds, 5 seconds, you cannot then jump back in and say you was being overtalked. All right. So let's just have a conversation.
I wasn't being overtalked. I said all I said was I was responding to Daryl.
Okay, so all right, so y'all, we can let y'all have the conversation. Go ahead, respond to Daryl, and Daryl be able to reply. Go ahead.
So by your point, Daryl, yes, the child is both theirs, but I think the better position was not to even breed the genes into the next generation. Why have those children by that bad man, by that horrible felon? That's what I don't get. By that broke ass nigga. Why breed those genes into the next generation to continue to fight the horrible process?
I think that question has to be posed to a lot of these men who ask that question to their mothers. Ask them why they had a lot of y'all, because y'all fathers were poor. A lot of y'all grandfathers was poor, uncles was poor when he had y'all. So I think that question would be better posed to somebody in y'all family who can better answer that question than one of the simp angels.
But I do have a response to it, if you don't mind.
Jimmy, go on.
Okay, so my response to that, can you ask the question again, Granville, so I can get a full understanding and hear it again, please?
Why breed those poor genes into the next generation? Continuous like.
Okay, all right. Is that the question? Is there anything else to the question? No? Okay. All right. So I'm going to say this. The reason why these women are doing it, because the fucking men told them so. You niggas get up online every motherfucking day and tell us we should give all you niggas a chance. We should submit to all you niggas. And then when the women finally do give all you niggas a chance and submit to all you niggas, the babies come about, right? Women are black male worshipers, and so are black men. So therefore, the women did exactly what the fucking man did. He said, bitch, lay over, bend over, toot that ass up in there, and he stuck his dick in her. And he got to shoot the club up again because she didn't make him put on a condom. And again, it is her fault. So therefore, women do the things they do because men say so.
So like Gently just said, it's the woman's fault for the situation of that baby being. If I'm not mistaken, that's what she just said.
Okay.
So y'all have to do better than not to breed with these felons.
Well, you can't tell them not to breed, Granville, because you guys get upset when we say stop birthing you. You guys literally get upset and say we are committing genocide, we're committing murder, and it's very selfish of us not to continue to birth black.
All right, that's not say,
All right, Jelly,
just
let
actually,
them get it. Let them rebuttal, so this way you can get a full understanding and you can rebuttal again. Go ahead, GBG.
that's not what men say. Men just actually make better choices.
And I agree.
The
I say to make
fuck?
better choices, but that would mean
Cause you
avoiding
come
y'all.
on, Diva,
Avoiding
come
That would
on,
y'all,
mean
bro.
avoiding y'all. So
that would
black
mean
women make
Diva,
avoiding
better
them.
choices
come
and
on.
avoid these broke ass
Don't mess with
niggas.
black men.
No,
Exactly. That's all I
no,
hear.
that's
No
not
black men then.
that does not
You're telling
mean
me to do better? Avoid y'all.
if you feel that way, if you think that way, then that's on you. What I'm gonna say is it should never get to the abort option. It should never get to that choice. You should make a better choice from the jump and the man you
Well,
let
why is he
between your legs.
impregnating me?
Because if
Why is
you
he
don't give
impregnating me, Granville? But Granville, you guys never
because
said. No, I'm on your side, Granville. I'm
no,
on your side. I agree with
I'm
you.
telling you
I'm on your
why.
side. I'm
Why
rocking with you, bro. I feel you, bro. I feel
I
this shit.
I don't
All
care.
I'm
I
saying
don't care. Hey,
is,
listen.
I'm
You
feeling
asked
you.
me
All
We
I'm
why.
saying
can't
is,
You
hold on,
you
y'all.
asked
We
me
guys say
cannot
the
hear.
why.
greatest
You
Hold
thing.
on, we
asked
cannot
me
hear
why.
y'all. We cannot hear
You
y'all. Y'all
I
gotta
have a
y'all gotta
dead
do
word.
one mic. Y'all have to do one mic. Y'all
He's
gotta
talking
figure it out.
about.
You asked
Okay.
me why. You
Go
One
ahead,
asked
mic.
Granville.
me
Go ahead.
why do I get in between your legs and impregnate you? It's because you gave the consent. You were not SA. A crime was not committed. You were not taken by force. You made that choice to sleep with that bad, horrible man.
Okay, stop
You
right there,
made that
GBG.
choice.
Hold on. I want you to stop right there.
Go
So
ahead.
now, so hold on, GBG. So is it not his choice when he decided to bust a nut inside? But is it his choice? Yes or no?
He's an illiterate,
I
dog
asked you a
ass,
question.
3-time felon.
I asked
God
you a
damn.
question. I asked you a question.
No,
Was
no,
it his
no,
decision to bust a
no,
nut in her? Did he have an option
no,
to pull out?
no,
He
because
didn't
he's
have.
a child. No,
So
he's a child. He's a child, heathenistic animal. All he wants to do is breed.
Hmm.
He has no intelligence.
Then he
He's
should
a
be shot
felon. He's a
down. He should
criminal.
be shot down
He
like the
does
animal
not
that he
care.
is. Then he should be shot
So,
down like the animal he is. We can't be letting these men
he
run
needs
around
hold
like
on,
they
Jelly.
got
Hold
okay,
on.
babies.
that's
Because,
The
fine.
hold
answer
on,
is
Jelly.
yes,
That's fine.
Sharon.
Hold on, Jelly. Let him
That's
tie
fine.
up his own rope. Hold on. Let's let him talk. We don't have to disprove anything. Go ahead.
Tie up the rope.
Let him say what he want to say, so this way we can have an understanding of
Yeah.
how young men are thinking. So you were saying, Granville, that
That's not.
he's
I'm just following the logic of
you
what
are
I've
not.
heard. That's
No,
not
hold
what I
on.
think
Hold on,
of who's
Granville. I
down
asked you
there.
a hold on, Granville. I asked you a specific question. You said nobody got SA. She allowed him inside. So now, was it her fault that he bust the nut inside of her?
Okay, I heard the complete question. No, he made that choice.
So
He made
he
that
made the
choice.
choice.
I
All
can.
right.
And you
Okay.
take
So, but
responsibility.
at the same
So,
time,
so,
at the
so
same
when
time,
we so when you
hold on,
say that,
hold
so
on, stop,
when you say that,
stop
Granville,
stacking questions.
when
Stop
you say that,
stacking fucking
you
questions.
cannot now say,
Stop
oh, you
stacking
cannot now
fucking
say,
questions.
hold on, Granville, you cannot now say if it's that man's responsibility to bust a nut inside of her. You cannot now say, this woman, she got to make this hard decision on to birth a life or not, that she got to go through the physical pain of not accepting this thing and go through the chemical hormones, because even after they take that plan B or a baby deletion, their body still is moving as if it was pregnant for at least a month or two. And they still got all those hormones running through their body, because their body, it takes a while for the body to retract all those hormones that's inside of them. Now, I want you to build your next thoughts off of that. Go ahead.
I'm not building my next thoughts after that. That nigga wasn't shit. He's gonna nut in everything. Yes, men have culpability 50% in busting in a bitch pussy. Yes. But at the same time, she gave consent to that 3-time felon, that broke nigga, that ain't shit nigga that don't come from nothing. She still gave the consent for him to go up inside her. She made the horrible choice in doing that. And so when you do that, you still breed the felons, you still breed the broke niggas, you still breed all this. You bring life into the world. That is the greatest thing you can do, is to bring life into this world. And you still bring the poor life into this world.
But GBG, you kind of characterizing one type of baby mama and one type of baby daddy, right? And without saying any names,
That's
right?
what we're talking about,
Without
though.
hold on, I get you. Well, without saying any names, Sharon know that there's men who have kids in their high 30s, almost 40s. These men make over $100,000 a month, and they still make a woman a baby mama, right? So you can try to make it seem like women are just having babies by bums, and that's how they become a baby mama. But at the end of the day, we have men in these spaces that make over 1.2 million a year, and they still are making women baby mamas.
When
Right?
did
So
money ever equate character and morals?
but these
All right,
men,
When did that
hold
ever?
on.
these men hide their
We're
character.
learning.
Hold on,
We're learning.
but hold on. Again, you're acting like these men were acting like a bad man when he was laying on top of them. Men are deceiving. They do it every single day.
Women deceive every day too. I
Oh
was
my
just
God.
on a show last night.
That's gaslighting. That's not acknowledging what I said. That's
Not
gaslighting.
gaslight.
It is because you're not
Yes, men
acknowledging what
do
I
it.
said. You're just changing the
Men
topic.
do it. Men
Hold
do
on,
it.
hold on,
Yes, they
hold on,
do it.
GBGville. Let's stick to one point at a time. We cannot just, soon as somebody says something that you agree with and you just don't want to concede to that point, we cannot just move it first, right? So we got to acknowledge the fact that you are painting it as every man that ever get a chance to hop on a woman raw as that he is a bad man, right? We got to acknowledge that point, right? Not every man that hop on top of a woman raw is a bad man.
Every man that decides, no, I'm going to say it, and I'm going to say that I don't give a fuck. Every man that chooses to have consensual, unprotected sex with a woman outside of a marriage is a bad man. You're a piece of shit. You're a piece of shit. You ain't shit. You a dog ass, felon ass, trifling ass nigga. Because you're taking the chance of bringing a child into this world and making it a bastard.
I'm gonna hold you accountable to those words. So you saying any man that ever have sex unprotected out of wedlock is a bullshit piece of shit of a man.
Correct.
Wow. OTisWho, you have something to say about that?
What do you have to say about that?
You can't blame it all.
I think that's a very strong statement. And if I would have said it, people would have said I'm a simp.
Just going by the logic.
So I think it's interesting how not one man in the chat that Granville said it, that not one man said anything about him saying that all these men that ever had sex unprotected out of wedlock is a piece of shit. Not one man said anything. If I would have said the same exact thing.
Are you saying that though?
Exactly, Sharon. That's the bullshit.
These men are not consistent, Sharon. They have biases.
Can I get back to Sharon? Can I get back to the situation? Because normally when I give you balanced conversations, I talk about both sides. I don't just talk about one side. Am I correct? Yes or no?
I agree.
So on the opposite end as well, a woman that's not having consensual, unprotected sex outside of a marriage is a dog ass, trifling bum bitch hoe that deserves to get whatever she gets.
Wow.
It's that simple.
So now what if that
And
woman is trying to
Huh?
what if that
Go
so
ahead.
how is these women going to get married if men saying they are not willing to marry somebody that they didn't have sex with first? That's every man's advice that you should definitely taste that woman before you get married. You should not wait until marriage to have sex with a woman. This is any man's advice. No man is going to go out there and say, "Hey, fellas, do not have sex with a woman before you marry her." No man's going to say that.
So Sharon, and that's simple, Sharon. Life is not fair. Life is about choices and decisions you make.
But you're not addressing. But hold on. But you're not addressing the point because you called the women a piece of shit, right? Because they had sex with the man. However, it is no man that's ever going to advise his son to marry a woman that he did not sleep with first.
So by that standard, yes, it is at a stalemate out there. Then if society's like that, it's at a stalemate. There shouldn't be any. At that point, if you're going to use that, if we're talking about that situation right now, the world would be at a stalemate and not producing children right now at the rate that it's producing right now. If
so
people
hold on,
were
I want to make sure
people were truly living by the standards.
Okay,
if people were truly living by the standards.
Okay,
there wouldn't be any children born right now.
Okay, so we had a stalemate. So now, Granville. Now, my next question is: are you saying the only people that should be getting married is the people that are virgins?
It should be, yes. That's how it should go. Correct, Sharon?
I'm asking you because you building this conversation right now.
Yes. Yes, and yes, yes. The only people that should be getting married it should be virgins, but that should be a society norm. People should be coupling up with people and progressing in life with them. You shouldn't have all these partners. That's how it should be. Let me ask you, Sharon, do you think the same?
Do I think the same about what?
That people should be coupling up as virgins and getting married and starting their lives together.
I think if we had a utopia, yeah, that'd be perfect. But this is not that. We're not living in this utopia world.
But this is what we talk about every day on how it should be on these panels, correct?
No, we're not talking about how it should be. I don't talk about how it should be. No, I do not say, hey, everybody should make $200,000. No, I do not talk about that. I do not talk about how people should move in their lives. I'm actually talking reality, and I don't talk talking points. And this is the main reason why I get a lot of pushback, because I don't believe in all the bullshit remedial rhetoric that people be talking about. They just saying shit. Just like saying some crazy shit like all men that ever have sex with a woman unprotected is a piece of shit. That's crazy. No, that man absolutely has a choice to not bust a nut in her and give her the responsibility on pushing life or not pushing life into this world.
Niggas love raw pussy.
That's a fact.
But Sharon, but the optimal outcome to not have these broken families would be to not have unprotected consensual sex.
Grandville, you
people don't work in the people don't work in the best way. And to take it a step further,
to be honest with you, to have these families that are trying to build, they need to get together younger. We need to teach our young people to get with somebody younger, so this way you are not worried about some woman taking half of the shit that you don't have. So if you get together at a young age and y'all both build some shit together, you cannot now say 30 years later say, oh, she took all of my stuff. No, it was y'all built it together. But a lot of you men, y'all wouldn't believe in these bullshit ass rim brothers, and y'all want to go say, hey, I'm gonna wait until I'm 40 years old. I built up my beautiful next leg by myself, and then you're gonna go ahead and chase a woman of bad character. You're gonna bring her inside your household, and then she's gonna take you for all I got. Then you're gonna say, oh, all women are horrible. That's what y'all niggas do, and y'all believe every last one of these goddamn men that has put you down the wrong fucking path every fucking time, and y'all promote these bullshit ass niggas every fucking day. Y'all don't hold those niggas accountable for nothing, even though they show you every single day that they not living by the words that they talking about.
Fresh and fit, anyone?
Hold on, shut the fuck up. Hold up, Sharon. To talk to what you talked about just now, before everybody got up on this panel, it was just me and you. I asked the ladies in the chat, ladies, would y'all want to build with a man from the ground up, to build something, to have the security, to get to a level? I asked them to put a 1 in the chat if they would do it, a 2 in the chat if they would not.
Okay, we don't have to rewind that. We don't have to rewind that part. No, we do not have to rewind that part of time. Hold on. No, we do not. Hold on. We do not have to rewind that, because the reason why we do not have to rewind that is because we are talking about young people. We are talking about 20 to 25, not somebody that is 40 and she already established herself by having her own career, her own apartment, her own life, her own car. She already have all those things. So why the fuck would she do a Desi Banks and try to uplift this broke ass man that's living in her house, driving her car? She got to put gas in it. Then she got to feed him and did all these things. Why you telling me to stop? This is my goddamn show. You got just relax.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine, nigga. You've been talking like 10 minutes. Come on, bro.
It doesn't matter.
Because what right now?
Listen, everybody could be. Hold on. Let me make sure I'm clear. It's my show. I can talk for as long as I want. Jesus Christ. I don't know why y'all be trying to silence me when I was the most quietest out of the whole goddamn conversation for the past hour. I barely said a word.
And he been rehashing this bullshit for the last 20 minutes. So, I mean, can we move on to what we were talking about? This is not even what we were talking about.
Yes, this is because if you wasn't breeding with the felons that you were talking about, if black women were not breeding with the felons and the uneducated broke niggas, y'all wouldn't have a problem.
Okay, so now let's do some
Hey, it's
simple
that
math.
simple. But
Okay,
Sharon,
so let's
to
do
your
some
point,
simple math.
to your point,
What
Sharon,
percentage of black men
women
are
out
not in those
here.
categories? What percentage of black men are educated?
I have no idea. I've
Right.
never looked up those things. I don't know.
Exactly.
I'm
And it's
not
not a lot
educated
of them.
myself.
So now if
I'm not educated myself. I
right,
don't have this quote unquote fucking education that you're talking about. I don't have a diploma or a fucking degree from college, and I don't have nothing.
right. And so
I
my
just know
point
who I am
is,
and
if
how people
women did
move.
what you're suggesting, there would be very few black people in existence here, right? Because the vast majority of black men can't meet the litmus test that you putting up as the standard.
But that would be for the better outcomes. It would be a smaller population, but the
Okay.
population at that point would be better for the future. Am I correct?
Okay.
The
No.
population
No.
builds
Yeah.
first.
Okay, let's do this
You're
then.
fucking-
Why don't all of the black men who don't meet
shit is
the
ridiculous.
standards that you just said, why don't y'all all go delete yourselves? Because that could be for the betterment of the community too, right?
But before you even brought that child into this world by that dog ass nigga, you should have took care of that from the jump. Am I correct?
No, so what I'm saying is
Instead
the
of
dog
letting
ass
that
nigga
breed,
need to delete
instead
himself. Let the
of
dog ass
breeding,
nigga delete himself.
Okay, so
instead of
Granville,
breeding
hold on,
life
Granville.
into
So
that
Granville,
dog ass nigga,
Granville. So are
push him
you
out
saying,
into this
so
world.
Granville, are you saying that you are taking leadership from yourself and you saying it's all on the women?
No, that's not what I'm doing. Is taking
Granville,
leadership.
I hear that,
Jesus
Granville.
Christ.
I hear that.
Hold on,
I hear
Dante,
one sided
Dante,
opinion.
hold on, Dante, hold on, because I really
This is
try, because
this
I'm
is
not
the point.
understanding. Hold on, I'm not understanding. It's either one or the fucking other. It's either women or the ones that what you saying, this bullshit that you're saying that they should not be laying down with these dog ass men. Because
Yes.
clearly these are a bunch of bullshit ass men. So therefore the women are the leaders. So y'all niggas need to shut the fuck up then. And lay down when that woman comes to the home and she says, shut up, get on your fucking face and let me sit on it, then shut up and deal with it. If she tell you to go ahead and get 2 jobs, go ahead and deal with it. If she tells you that 60,000 ain't enough, then deal with it. If she tells you you need to go make 100,000, then you need to deal with it because y'all do not want to have no responsibility. You want the woman to control everything, so let her control your bitch ass.
So to Diva,
don't skip past what I just said and make up some bullshit. Are you agreeing that the woman needs to take responsibility of the black community? Yes or no?
House Husbands 2024.
What are you talking about, Granville?
Hold on, Dante. I want to understand because I don't understand your point of view. Are you saying that the black woman,
House Husbands 2024?
I'm asking you a very specific question.
Do I need to say more?
I'm asking you a very specific question. Please don't try to be funny. Are you saying that the black women are the ones that are responsible of leadership in the black community? Yes or no?
House Husbands 2020.
I asked you a question.
I'm answering.
You are not answering it. Yes or no? Are black women the ones responsible for the fate of the black community? Yes or no?
Yes.
So therefore, when that black woman tell you need to go make some more money, shut the fuck up and go make more money and stop crying.
As long as she takes the responsibility and shoulders the burden of us as a whole, I see no problem.
No.
Oh my God.
Hold on, Dante. Hold on. No, the problem is you do not get to dictate what the leader decides what's best for the community. You do not get to dictate that. You got to shut the fuck up and listen to the leader. If the leader says you got to do this, that, and the third, then you need to do this, that, and the fucking third. If that's what you are saying, you can't have it both ways. You're talking about both sides of your fucking neck.
No, I'm not, because if men try to lead right now, the leadership of the community or anything, we get called dog ass, 3-time felon, ain't shit niggas, and we don't know what the fuck we're doing. Women don't bow down just like that automatically.
Oh my
Why
God.
everybody got to bow
What
down
are
to
you
you?
talking about? Hold on. Do you understand what you are saying? Or you just hold
Sharon,
on, Granville, I need to
Sharon is
understand
trying to paint the picture that if I give the woman the power, then I need to bow down like a slave.
Granville, hold on.
And
Granville,
do
I'm gonna
what
ask you a
she
serious
said.
question. Granville, I'm gonna
That's
ask
what
you.
Sharon is saying right now.
Granville, I'm gonna ask you a serious question. Are you just trolling just to talk? Or are you trying to have a serious conversation?
I'm just going by the logic that's been said on this panel.
I'm not asking you about no bullshit. So I'm asking you a very serious question. Stop with the bullshit, please. Is you what you saying right now just bullshit? Or are you having a conversation? Which one is it?
I'm having a conversation about the topic and the discussion we were having.
He's here.
Welcome, welcome.
Yo, peace and love to the queens on the panel first and foremost. The Supreme Goddess, PH Diva, peace and love to you.
Peace and love.
Peace and love, Queen Happy. Peace and love, Queen Gently.
Peace.
And love to the kings on the panel as well.
Hey, Brazil. How are you?
I'm doing good. Peace
What's
and
up,
love
my
to
brother?
all peace and love, my brother.
My
Peace and
remedial
love to
talking
all
point slayer.
the queens in the chat. Queen Robin M, Rogue C, Sherry Berry, Sugar Bum, all the queens, all the SBG queens, Maya Reed, Anya Bracy, every single one of y'all SBG queens, peace and love to y'all, man. So Sharon, listen, man. Yo, so the ladies are showing the men, right, that they are the true leaders in 2024. Woo. They not putting up with the drizzle and the soft God era and all of these remedial talking points of these rim brother men. You know what I'm saying? And listen, I give a lot of credence, I give a lot of respect, I give a lot of kudos to these queens who are taking their power back. They realizing that these men are selling them a dream that's turning into a nightmare, and they saying, you know what? We not falling for that no more. So peace and love, shout out to y'all, man, because y'all deserve better, right? Y'all not incubators. Y'all give us a life. Y'all job, y'all role, what y'all do for the earth is very, very, very valuable. Very, very, very important. So don't ever let a man try to devalue you or dehumanize you. No matter where you at, on YouTube, in life, at your job, in school, wherever you at. Never let a dude, a rim brother, one of them red pill men, incel men, manosphere men, or any of these criminals out there try to dehumanize and devalue you as a queen. Stand up, take your privilege, take your right back, because you deserve it. You know what I'm saying? Because what I'm hearing today is the rim brothers, they don't want to take accountability or responsibility for their actions. They want a traditional woman, but they don't want traditional responsibilities, right? So these men, these women are saying, hey, we not giving you the last name, right? And a lot of men, they don't understand what the transfer of the last name really signifies, right? So you want this queen, you want this lady to take upon your last name, right? But you're not doing your role. The reason why she wants to keep her last name is because she's staying under the protection. She's staying under the provision of her father, right? And that's the same thing I tell my daughter. If a dude, if he's not willing to provide for you and protect you the way I'm providing for you and protecting you, then keep my last name. Don't take his. You know what I'm saying? And that's what these queens are telling you. You want them to come under your umbrella of provision and protection, and they telling you your umbrella too small. The hail and the rain that's coming down is still hitting them. Get you a bigger umbrella. Get you a bigger nest egg. Provide for these ladies. Protect these ladies. Take care of these ladies. You know what I'm saying? Respect them, right? And then you won't have to deal with the backlash. You won't have to deal with the disrespect. You don't have to deal with the pushback, right? These ladies, these queens, they're going to naturally acquiesce under your leadership if you're showing leadership and not just professing leadership. See, a lot of men like to profess leadership, but they don't want to put the hard work in. They don't want to put the dedication in to really show that they are true leader out here. So shout out to the queens. Keep doing y'all thing. Keep maintaining and keep letting these men know we ain't going for it. We ain't dealing with it. You got to step up, raise your standard. And if you raise your standard, then we'll acquiesce and come under your leadership. But not until you raise your standard. We not getting sold no false dreams that's gonna turn into a nightmare. We taking control of our lives. We pursuing our happiness. We're pursuing our goals. We're pursuing our dreams. And you know what? When you catch up to us and when you can really, really, really take care of us, that's when we'll step in and we'll acquiesce to you. But now we not. That's what these queens are telling y'all, and y'all need to listen. Y'all need to hear them instead of pushing back against them. Get some knowledge and wisdom and understanding from these queens out here, because y'all men need it. Y'all men are failing. It's embarrassing. Real men, step up to the plate. Raise your standards. Peace and love.
Woo! That was beautiful. Go ahead, Dr. C, the most douchey.
Good
What up?
morning. The most dusty,
Man, that shit
the
was
most
again.
dusty
He the true
MC.
definition of corny. For real, again, the shit he said was basically true, but it's corny as fuck.
This
The
from a
exact
felon.
same thing.
This
I
from a
said the
Hold on,
exact
wait a
same
minute.
thing, but he wasn't hit with the little under the belt shit, the criminals and man,
Look, he done got it told
does this wife,
y'all. He
does
done
this
Say
got it
no,
wife,
told
and
his
now
wife,
it's
y'all.
turn
does
to
this,
speak. Sir,
hey,
shut
I'm
up.
talking, oh my
Otis,
Shut up.
God,
He said
Otis,
stop
wow,
to
I'm
knock
talking,
him
I'm trying
out.
to
Otis,
prove a point.
Otis,
You ain't
Otis,
proved no
Oh, it's
point,
me?
sir.
Lotus. Is your
All right,
name
man, all
Dr.
right,
C
wow.
Otis? Otis, is your name Dr. C? Well, I'm gonna need you to shut, like, please be quiet when it's not your turn. If I had the floor, I'm trying to say hello and you come in yelling, I don't know who you talking to. Shut the fuck up. Now, let me get back to what I was saying.
Oops.
Greetings to the panel, everybody.
Good
I'm
morning,
glad
sir.
to be here. I didn't,
Good
I was really
morning.
trying to catch what the actual topic was.
Hey,
It says something about 40 after having babies after 40 is a red flag. And I'm just coming in. I was hoping somebody could, you know, like where have we gotten in that conversation? Because Brownsville came in with his with his monologue, which was I commend him. I was like, hey, that was nice. It seemed genuine and from the heart. But I mean, is it a red flag if you have children after 40? And why is that a red flag? I was curious.
Sharon, can I please respond to something Brownsville said?
Oh my God.
Sure.
Brownsville, you made a point in there about if you tell your daughter that, hey, if he's not living up to par, then damn right, don't take his last name, keep my last name. By that little excerpt that you said right there, in my eyes, what I picture what would happen in that situation is you would know this guy and you're saying that he's not living up to par enough for your daughter to take his last name, but you'll still be okay with your daughter marrying. That's wild to me.
That
That
ain't what
makes
I
no sense.
said. If you
If
got
you
poor
rewind the tape,
comprehension, just
yeah,
just say that. But I did not say I'm cool with the rim brother, a criminal, one of these no good suckers marrying my daughter in any kind of way, right? Because
no, I get that.
I'm raising my daughter with a certain standard and to have certain standards, right? And if a man, if he's not willing or unable to, or he doesn't have the level of competence to raise his level to the standards of my daughter, then no, he doesn't get the keys to the kingdom, my brother. That's what you'll be saying to your future daughters as well, if you have them. Peace and love.
But I get that. I got the premise of it. Hey, if the man doesn't live up to par to your standard, then she should not deal with him at all. I get the entire premise. But when you said that point, you said out of your mouth, hey, if he's not good enough, you keep your last name. You keep your last name. You don't change your name. But when you said that, that was giving the credence to her still being with that man that's not living up to par. And that was a little shaky to me. I'm just saying. Because
No,
I agree with
we
that
going off the
that you said.
premise of marriage,
I agree.
Granville.
Yes, yes, I did say when I brought it up, I did say that you gave credence to your daughter marrying. I didn't say a relationship or anything. I did say marriage to keep, but you said no. Don't take his last name. You keep your last name. Why would it even get to the level of marriage Why wouldn't he even get to the level of a relationship, a commitment, if he wasn't living up to your part, to where you think, hey, it's okay for you, daughter, to change your last name to his? Why would it even get that far? I'm just going
Well,
off of what you said.
the reason why it gets that far, and see, you should understand this as a man, right? Because men pursue women, right? And in the pursuit of woman, and the woman trying to figure this man out and determine if he keeps his standards, there's a window within that period of time where that man is going to pretend like he's up to standards, right? He's gonna send his representative to meet my daughter. And a lot of these men are trying to live in their representative instead of their true self, right? So what they're doing, they're using deceptive tactics in order to reel that woman in, to get them close to the point to where once they reveal themselves, now they're stuck with them. See, that's the kind of game that I'm teaching my daughter. I'm teaching her all of y'all dirty tricks, all of y'all dirty tactics, and it's more and more as I listen to y'all rim brothers, the more and more knowledge that y'all giving me to give to my daughter. And that's what I'm also promoting to the queens here, is just to listen, watch, observe, and understand what these men, the hand that they trying to deal you, right? Because what they trying to deal you is a 7 deuce, right? And it ain't a lot of winning probability when you get that 7 deuce. But
No,
you
yeah,
gotta
that's basically
understand.
going in the, yeah. 7 deuce, yeah, I know the 7 deuce on the I get that completely. But what I'm saying is, yet and still, by a man of your caliber and the guidance that you give your daughter, the information and stuff, she still has to roll that dice on that said man, correct? To see where it goes.
Well, no, she just got a vet, right? That's
Correct?
called vetting. So when you're going on dates with this man, you're vetting him. You're trying to get beyond his representative to determine if he's truly living up to the standards that he's gonna profess. Because as you know, men on this panel, every single one of them that step up here, they're going to pretend like they are a standardized man who's gonna take a hold accountability for provision, protection, and leadership, and being the head of the household. No man is going to be truthful and honest and sell himself
Brown,
short to the
Brother
man that he
Brownsville,
truly is.
Otis, don't do it. Hold on.
Brother
That may
What
not be.
Brownsville.
I'm teaching,
Hold on.
my daughter,
Hold on. Let me get back in.
what I'm teaching my the female family members, and what I'm teaching the ladies that are listening, right, is to understand, to read between the lines of what these men say, read between the lines of what these men are doing, and
Right.
so that you can understand the true man that he is and not his representative, right? Because a lot of ladies are being tricked by y'all representatives, right? And then by the time they get to know the real you, it's too late.
Correct.
Excellent point. Brother
So by
Brownsville.
hold on. Even by
No,
so by years.
Granville, why are you monopolizing the conversation?
I'm sorry. This will be my last response. I'm sorry. I know I'm long with it. But could I please get a little grace? I apologize. Thank you. So by what you just said, Brownsville, we don't even know if this is really you actually talking on this panel and not a representative because you haven't been vetted. So we don't even know about what you're saying right now.
I gotta jump in right there, right? The reason why I gotta jump in right there is because his results shows that he is who he is.
I don't know his actual results in real life. I don't know.
Not his words, his results. So his results right now, as far as we know his results, that he's been married for over 10 years and he has 2 children. So from those facts alone, we know something about him. Whether or not you want to go into all this other bullshit about, well, we don't know how his marriage works, we don't know if his kids are good. That's doesn't make sense to have that conversation. What we do know is that he's been married for over 10 years, which is a great accomplishment, and he has 2 children. And he got a son and he has a daughter. So that's what he is speaking towards. And he want to make sure that his daughter do not deal with anybody that is a bullshit artist. And we know there's a lot of bullshit artists, but for some reason, men want to cake for other men, even the bullshit ones. They don't want to put nobody ahead of nobody. They want to say, oh, we all just men. And then they want to live in the fact that, hey, if you deal with a man, he might possibly cheat. Just deal with it, girls. But when we talk about when it's your goddamn sister, when it's your auntie, your mama, your daughter, all of a sudden you don't want your daughter going through all that fucking pain. And it's time for men to start stepping up and say, hey, listen, what you're doing is some bullshit, and stop wanting to get a fucking handshake from a man. I'd rather a hug from a woman any fucking day of the week. I don't want you to go behind me and reach around and grab on me the way how Jada Smith and Justin Bieber did. I ain't with that shit.
Whoa.
Because that's what y'all are promoting.
All right, excuse me.
Can I raise my hand? Sharon, can I raise my hand, please?
I want to bring in, I got you, Dante. So I want Dr. C to jump in there. So we done got Dr. C, Supreme Goddess, OTisWho, and then Dante. All right.
All right. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Brother Brownsville, I had maybe one or two questions. Well, first part is you were talking about the standard, and I was just wondering, like, what is the outline standard for what you have not set, not saying what you've done, but what is the outline standard that you guide your daughters to, pick a man through, like character attributes, this, that, and the other. And then also the second part, what are the character attributes of your daughter or of a woman, right? So what are the ideal, ideal characteristics that a man or a man that your daughter is vetting should have in order for her to take his last name? And then also what character and what attributes do women have, what a woman have or should have in order for a gentleman to, offer his last name? That's what I was going to ask. Go for it.
That's a great question, Dr. C. So what I teach both my son and my daughter, right? The number one character trait that a man needs to have to show that he is a willing leader is to be a lover of God, right? He has to be submitting to someone higher than himself, because that's going to give him the foundation of having a moral standard, higher values, right? And an ethical well-being, right? That's number one. Number two, a man who is willing to take accountability and responsibility for his own actions at all times, right? Not a man who's willing to pass the buck of accountability and responsibility on someone else, but a man who's willing to own up to his own successes and his own failures, right? A driven man, a man that is willing to put his feet down on the ground and take steps forward every day of his life, reaching his goal, building his plan, have a vision for how he wants his life to turn out. And he's taking steps every day to pursue that vision and pursue his passion and pursue his dreams, right? A man of integrity, not a man who's going to mislead you with deceptive tactics, but a man who's going to lead you in the way that you need to go because he's following that great pathway to success, right? An honorable man, a man who is respectful, especially towards women, not just his woman, but all women, all children. A man that you'll never see disrespect a woman, right? What I teach my daughter when we're out, no matter what it is, if I see a woman who needs help putting groceries in the car, she don't have to be my woman. I'm going to help her. When it comes to opening doors, not just for my woman, all women, just a decent, respectful man, one who understands his purpose in life and he's willing to commit to that. Now, as far as the woman, right? A woman who's willing to be a nurturer, a woman who is goal-oriented, goal-centered, driven, woman willing and ready to pursue her passions in life, a woman who's willing to be a helpmate to a man who's leading in the right direction, right? That's important, not just to any man, but to a man who's setting the standard and he's leading in the right direction. And now you're willing to come up under his umbrella because he's giving you the protection. He's giving you the provision. He is the head of the household and he's giving you the freedom to pursue your passions and dreams in life. And he's not trying to be overbearing and controlling over you and misusing and abusing you, but he's allowing you to have your autonomy to pursue your dreams. And at the same time, he's supporting you every step of the way, right? And vice versa. You're supporting him and his goals and endeavors, right? And you're willing to do your role, which is a traditional role, that God outlined, right? So that's where I take all of my knowledge on what a relationship should be, and that's what I'm teaching. And not only am I teaching that, but they're seeing me live it every single day.
Great. That was awesome.
I like that man, Bronzeville. Where can I find him? Where is he at? I need him. Where can I go find him?
Absolutely. Now, Otis, now you want to go ahead and try to say that it's corny as hell? Do you want to still hold on to that stance as corny to do the right thing? Do you still want to hold on to that stance? Go ahead, OTisWho. Why is it corny for we want young men to be responsible?
That particular statement, what he said, wasn't corny. I agree with what he said. That particular statement wasn't at all. But prior to that, when he came on with all that extra shit, yeah, all that was corny. But that right there, yeah, 100. That was beautiful. I give it to him. A broken clock can be right twice a day.
Go ahead, Dante. What's your thoughts? You wanted to say something, Dante? I guess not. Of course, when I give him the floor, he.
Well, about to be a situation. Hey, hey, hey.
Go ahead, Diva.
All right. Next level MF. Hold up, the wonderful PH Diva. It was a typo. We're not holding it against you, sir. Is that it?
No.
Oh, okay. Next level MF. Oh, okay. Diva and Gently. What are y'all ideal man?
Yeah.
Why you said shit? Black built like a conquering king. If he is a horrible person, why would you not expect him to do horrible things? Logic, not logicking. And most of y'all horrible.
Oh, here we go.
All right. The one and only verbal assassin. Go steal another house, Otis.
Oh, shit.
Black built like a conquering king. So basically, women have no discernment. Apparently, you didn't either, sir, which is why your baby mama was able to take advantage of you and then bounce, right? Ain't that what you came up here and cried about? So you need to work on your discernment before you worry about women.
Ooh, he's sounding hurt. Triggered.
Right. Play the sound effect, Otis.
Triggered.
Oh, shit. Ah, damn, Diva. Y'all better leave Diva alone. Goddamn it.
This YouTube, people. This YouTube. Take it. This YouTube.
Nah, this is more than YouTube because there's a lot of men out there running their narrative like this. Otis, that's the problem that y'all don't understand. Y'all be thinking that this shit is just staying here. Y'all think that shit is just satire. It's just, oh, people talking. No, people's really attempting to live out these talking points. They literally trying to live out these talking points. This shit is not just, this is not like for a lot of people that join the panels, they want to say that, oh, I'm just talking. I'm just trying to, nah. Outside in the real world is young men believe in this shit. They believe these red pills, the incel, the manosphere. They believe these talking points. They run this shit like it's real life. And then when somebody comes and show them the real life, it's like, hey, nah, bro, that's not how it actually goes. Life is not black and white. It got nuances with every human being that you deal with. It ain't just, if she does this, I got to do this. That's not how it works. If my woman just texts another man, I'm going to leave. Shut up. That is not true.
No, I like this one right here. She got me for a $600 dinner. That's one of the that's the talking points. She got me for a $600 dinner. She need to give up the sex on the first date.
All right, and so to bring it back to the conversation of these 40-year-old men that's waiting until they build up this nest egg and they get great, they these great human beings financially. What they do is they use their money to go ahead and chase down these 20 to 25-year-old women, and that's why these dating pool for these younger men are filled with so-called baby mothers, according to the statistics that they love to point out. They are not impregnated by the men of their age group. They are impregnated by older men that is taking advantage of younger women and giving them this idea that these men.
Where are the statistics to support that statement, Sharon? I would like to see those statistics.
Shows that women from 18 to
No,
25.
I just said where. Where can I find that?
What statistic?
The statistics shows that women from 18 to 25 that they have a child, right?
You can look at the birth statistic.
No, you said impregnated by older men.
Right, because also okay, so let me finish what I'm saying. So also the statistics show that men after from 25 to 40, they at a 90% clip have children. But the men that are 18 to 25 are childless. So therefore, who are these women pregnant by? Who are these women, if you want to pay attention, who are these women having children by? Because it ain't the
older guys.
I guess they're having children by men that are 18 to 65.
No,
because I don't see that. So look, think about it. So
hold on,
we're talking about we're talking about the actual statistics. So if a lot of people, if a lot of men, like right at 50%, do not have children, especially when they're younger, like as they get older, the probability, yes, of them having children is higher. But it doesn't mean that because it doesn't mean that they're having. It doesn't mean that everybody in the age group that you described at 25 to 40 is having a child with somebody that's 18 to 25. There's no evidence of a direct correlation in that statement.
Dr. C. So now if because I'm not exactly sure the age group, but it's like from 18 to 25, these women have children, correct? And so now same age group for the men, they are childless. So who are these women having babies by?
Are they child? Where are those stats that says that the 18 to 25 are childless?
Right, so regardless if they true or not, let's go by the fact that those are the stats. Because I don't feel like pulling up.
We don't feel like I'm with Sharon. No, we can't go through.
All right. You know what, Sharon, you're absolutely right. And so we got 18 to 25, I guess 24, and then 25 to 40, and then 40 plus would be something else. Okay, so then. Like, I'm just trying to understand, like, what is that? Like, what's the issue again? Because they're single mothers by, I mean, you're saying that men between 25 to 40 are creating the single mothers from 18 to 25 or 18 to 40? Or are you saying the ones that are 40 plus are creating the single mothers between 18 to 25 and 25 to 40?
Right. So the older men are the one that is creating the horrible dating pool for these younger men. They are impregnating the younger women because they wait until they 40-something years old. They build up this nest and they build up and they trying to dress and look like these young men. They be attempting to. They don't dress their goddamn age and they use their money to lure in these younger women and take advantage of these younger women. And that's why a man over 40 with no children is a red flag, because he is just to take advantage of younger women. And
so wait a minute. So the men that are over 40 with no children are the ones that are threats to creating the single mothers between 18 to 25 and 25 to 40 when they don't have children. Explain.
Correct. So the older men are the ones that are impregnating.
The older men that don't have children are the ones that are creating the issue which you just outlined.
Correct.
Is that correct? Okay.
Correct.
So the childless people are the ones that are creating the children.
I'm not trying to confuse anything. So I want to make sure I'm very clear about what I'm saying.
But nigga, that's what you said, and you agreed to it.
What I said was the older men are the one impregnating these younger women, and they are pissing in your dating pool for the younger men. And y'all allow it because y'all allow these fucking remedial rhetoric, red pill, incel, manosphere niggas to run y'all, and y'all don't even know that they are coaching y'all.
One more time. The childless men are the ones that are creating the children. That's what you said. Understand that doesn't necessarily sound right. That doesn't sound right, right? And if they're childless, then like how can they be a part of a statistic, right, of which they're not a part of? That's why I was like, well, where is this statistic? So how do we quantify that? Because if I'm just going by what you're saying, and I actually bring the logic into what you're saying, it's actually going to like fall just like that.
Dr. C, I want to make sure, because I'm not understanding what are you asking me. What are you asking me, Dr. C? Please go ahead.
Well, I mean, you already answered the question. I asked you the question. Wait, somebody else on the panel, can they explain what just happened to Mr. Sharon? Can somebody else explain it?
Sharon, what you said is the men that are getting to 40 plus, acquiring money and everything that are childless are the
Wonderful. So the thing is,
generation
40
getting
plus, they
pregnant
still ain't
men
got no
away from
money.
those young. They're taking the women away from the younger men. That's what you just said. That's literally what you just said.
Am I
Men
lying?
wait till 40
Okay.
to be late with money to then become baby fathers
Okay.
to younger women.
Okay. And what's the
That's what
confusion?
Mr. C is trying to. That's
Okay,
what
so
Mr.
what is
C is
the
trying to address.
okay, so what is the
No,
confusion?
talk to him. He just asked to break it down.
I'm
Talk to him.
Okay, so
Okay.
I'm asking what's the confusion? Dr. C, what's the confusion? Okay, so it's no confusion.
All,
So,
all I know plenty of men that's in their
No, I
40s
mean
still
the
dipping their dick and everything. So,
right,
you know,
of course, of course. Listen, and you know what? And that's something to be expected until death, right? Until something doesn't happen. Why? Because that's the actual character that has been built at that particular time. I just wanted to make sure that we're like speaking, like as was just said that people are going and they're listening to this stuff and they go out and they're living it. That that you are that we are being responsible with our words because you're trying to blame like if you heard what you said, and I know you heard it 3 times, it's like, okay, given that perspective, this doesn't make sense because you can't say that like, that murderers murder, but somebody who hasn't killed is a murderer because I mean, because of what? Like somebody you're gonna put this on somebody to say something because there's some type of character model. Now, I'm not saying all, I don't know, like, but as you said, the human experience is filled with so many nuances, right? And some of the things that we held true yesterday may not, we may be able to see the fallacy in them tomorrow. But what I do want you to, I just wanted to for everybody that's in, earshot to actually hear, the type of whenever we put these words together, to push a particular narrative, whether good or bad or true or not, it's just let us try to have like some facts. And if the facts don't line up, men with no kids are making kids, that doesn't line up. So
Okay,
let's
so let me
check that,
add
not
some
like let's
context.
actually check that
Okay, let
right
me
there,
add something to it. So what
add
he was
addition.
saying is that so you can look at the ages at which men have children and women. And so what he was saying is those previously so like very few men have children, and we're gonna talk about black men. Black men have children between like 15, which is what the first age I think they start recording it, to 24, right? And then it goes from 25 to maybe 39, and then 40 and over. Okay, and so few men have kids in that 15 to 24 age range. Right. More men have kids in the 25 to 39 age range, but by the time you get to 40, over 80% of black men have children. So he was saying those men had previously not had any children. They were childless through that 15 to 24 age range, and the 25 to 39 age range, and they waited until they got to 40 when they had a little bit more resources, and then they created a single mother. That's what he was saying.
Exactly. And she's usually younger, under 30. That a lot of even my friend's PhD, even when we was younger, my friend was literally 17 and her child's father was 23 years old. Yeah. And then on top of that, my friend is now, her child's father is 20 years older than her. We're old, we're adults now. But her last child, her father's 20 years older than her. He impregnated her when she was in her 20s.
All right. All right. So I mean, it makes some sense. You said 23, that's still not 39. But I mean, it's real simple. It's mathematics. It's about opportunity. So somebody that's 25 years old has lived like less than 10,000 days of life, right? But somebody that's 40 years old has lived, going on, 20,000 plus. Let me pull out the math again. Where is it? Right here, 14,000.
Dr.
Going off.
C,
I mean, 15,000 days. So what I'm saying is
Dr.
that,
C,
like, if the hey, look.
Dr.
So
C.
with what? Hey, look. So what I'm saying is that if they begin to start later to start having a family, to have children, maybe to be responsible, maybe, all of these demographics are actually overlapping, right? Because you got married, you got unmarried, you got this race,
Dr.
that
C,
race, all of
Dr.
this
C,
stuff is
Dr. C,
overlapping
Dr. C,
until the point of,
Dr. C,
oh,
I need
shut
you to
up.
understand something, Dr. C. Dr. C.
Make me
So,
understand.
so what about the women that are having kids from 15 to 23?
All
They
right,
have
very good, very good. So going on to my no, I understand, and so continue with my point is that like as you get older, you would have more experiences. So like the probability, like naturally, the mathematical probability is going to go up because the more days that you live, the more days that you have to do certain things. Whether even having sex, right? It's a lot of things that you can do with like 15,000, well, 5,000 more days than someone else. So what I mean, saying that also, people waiting later to even start families, like all of those statistics line up, but trying to say that, there's a direct one for one correlation that, 39 or 30 after 39, that they are then going to the 18 to 24-year-old when she just said that, she was her friend was 17 and had a baby by
Dr.
somebody
C,
that was
Dr.
23 or
C, I need you
something
to
like
stay,
that,
I need
which
you to
which
stay
is
on
actually
point. Dr. C,
natural.
you're rambling
It's
about things
actually
that you are
natural.
rambling
It's
about things
not.
that we are
And a
not
lot of
talking
states
about,
it's
Dr. C. I'm
illegal.
asking you a specific question.
Who are you
I'm
yelling
asking you
at?
something very specific and you
Call,
rambling. What I'm
lower your
asking you is
voice.
this. What I'm
Lower
asking
your
you is this.
voice.
Dr. C,
I
this is what
can't
I'm
hear you
asking
if you're
you.
yelling at me. Lower your
Dr.
voice.
C, I'm asking you a very specific question. So what I'm asking you, so it got young ladies from
Right.
15 to 23 that have children, right?
Okay.
And I think the percentage is what, 60%? I believe it was something like that. So now with that same age group, young men,
60% of wait. 60% of young women between the ages of 18 to 25 have children.
correct. So now,
Okay.
now the
And
men,
this is in America across all racial board, across all
yes,
racial lines.
yes, this is in America. So
Exactly.
again,
Okay. Continue.
so now the same age group of men,
Mm-hmm.
only 20% of them
Right.
have children. So
Okay.
who is impregnating these younger women at a 60% clip?
If anybody between the ages of 15 to 65. Because we're not talking, because the stat doesn't talk about multiple children, right? There's also the stat that says, some stat somewhere that says like, a lot of people are being propagated, a lot of children are being propagated by the same few men. And we've heard that too, as well as, yeah, they may be, obviously there's going to be an age gap in there because that seems that's natural. That's like actually
Do you realize
human.
that you didn't answer my
That's
question?
actual human nature since before we were born.
You
Let
have
me,
to,
how did I,
before you move on to whatever your soliloquy is, can you please answer the question?
the
You did
question?
not answer any question that I asked you yet.
Okay.
Not one question did you answer. Can you
All right.
please answer a question? So who, if the stats show that only 20% of men in that age group,
You know what? I answered the question. That's all men between the ages of 18 and 65 could be there because there's not enough evidence for exact causation. People have multiple children. Some people have none. Some people have multiple. 10s, 20s, right? So the actual men within that age group, right? And there may be a man within. You're not talking about the men in age group between 18 and 23 that already have 3 children.
so
But then
what
to
you are
them,
saying that
but
you are
if the
saying that
question is,
what you are saying that
do you have children or not? It's a yes or
I'm
no.
trying to interject because you are just rambling. You're not saying anything that has any kind of concrete. You're not standing on anything that you are saying
You
right now.
you may not have you may not be able to possess the ability to understand what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that
So
from
who fault is that?
15
If you cannot
from
communicate properly, say that you
15.
are so much smarter
Listen,
than me. You are so
sir,
much smarter. You got
I'm
so much
not so much.
intellect
Listen,
further than
you
me.
said it.
So you
You
got to be
said it, so
able
I
to
didn't have
dumb
to say
down.
it.
You have to be
You
able
said that
to
I'm
dumb
smarter
down
than
your
you, so I don't have to
communication
say it.
skills so I can
All I'm saying
understand
is
everything
that
that if you are saying
boom,
things and we don't understand, that's a lack of
18 to
communication that you
65.
have. You
18
don't
to
have the communication
65.
skills to speak then. Because I'm asking you direct questions and you rambling about, because it's 25%. That I don't know, it's from 18 to 35.
Okay.
Because it is a few people
The question is
that have it. What the fuck are you
who is
talking about?
impregnating the young women between what 15 to 23? And I said it's going to be the young men between 15 to 65.
That is not true.
This man, I can't
Well,
believe.
he said 16 to 65. That's all men that's pregnating people.
When the last time have you been inside a high school? I can't remember. I work in a school district. I can't remember the last time I seen a pregnant teenager. Teenage pregnancy rates are down all over the country. So that is not true. If these young girls are having children with these men, these young girls
Yeah,
are having children with these
that's the
men.
stat
They're
that
having
Sharon
children with
brought
these
up. I
men.
was just
Literally, men are
explaining the
hanging
stat.
outside of the schools. You guys, these men are hanging outside of the schools, of the high schools. What are you talking about?
This is insane. We act like
And
I
I'm
don't
going to
understand.
agree with her. I'm going to agree with my sister because when I was growing up, and I'm in my early 50s, when I was growing up, you had older guys would ride by and they fixed up cars trying to impress these young girls, knowing good and goddamn well they shouldn't be doing what they was doing.
This is crazy to me that I don't understand. Like, we can't read stats now. Like, I don't get it. Go ahead, Eda, man. This is ridiculous.
So I'm trying to understand. So does Dr. C agree or disagree that it's a red flag if a man 40 years old and don't have kids and he want kids? Does he agree or disagree?
That's on you, Dr. C. If you would like to answer. Are you there, Dr. C? I'm not sure. I'm not sure if Dr. C is there.
Well, I was trying to see where he stands because we still don't have a understanding with me. Maybe it's just me. I don't have an understanding if he feels that it's a red flag or it's not a red flag because we got to get into who was having sex with who. But I think I was trying to understand that. The crazy part about it, if there's anybody on the panel that thinks it's not a red flag, I'm just curious to understand why it is not a red flag. Because I think we have already proved that it is a red flag.
It's crazy. This shit is crazy. It's insane. But I believe C. Moses, he does not believe that is a red flag. Go ahead, C. Moses. Explain to us why having a child, wanting to have a kid after 40, even though you had no kids and you saying you want to have a kid, why is it not a red flag? Go ahead, C. Moses.
I'm thinking about that one. I don't know. Why did you think that I was going to take up that other side?
Because you was earlier.
Hey, it's crazy how if me and Sharon is aligned, none of y'all niggas want to stand on y'all posts. I ain't never seen
crazy.
Because we've been having this conversation, and it sounds like a whole bunch of people disagree that it's a red flag. And we start talking about who having sex with who, but nobody have explained their position on why they feel that it's not a red flag.
It's crazy.
So you're saying wanting to have a kid after 40 is a red flag?
No, that's not what I said. I said a man specifically, a man that.
Why is that a red flag? Why is that a red flag? I'm curious.
All right,
I would like to know why not too, but I would like to know why is that a red flag?
So Dr. C, Eda Man, I wasn't sure if you heard, but Eda Man had a question for you, Dr. C. If you don't mind, he wanted to have a conversation with you, Dr.
Yeah,
C.
my question to Eda Man is why? What makes that an automatic red flag? I would like to know.
Well, you got to answer my question first, sir. Maybe you didn't hear my question, so I got to understand where you stand at. Do you believe that a man that want kids?
No, listen here. Listen. I'm trying to understand. Listen, I'm trying to understand. That's why I'm asking you the question. I'm trying to understand, like, given what information, right? Like, given what information is it red or is it green? And and apparently you feel a particular way, one way or the other. I'm not, whatever you said, but I would like to understand, like, what are the points that you're laying out to, like, to actually build this thought process. I would like to know.
Right. So before he tell you his point of view, he would like to know your point of view first.
All right. So I'm not asking about his point of view. I'm just asking, like, what are the facts that makes his statement true versus the facts that will make the statement untrue.
Understood. So, but what do you stand on? Do you stand on that it is a red flag or that it's
so,
not a red flag?
So I want, because I don't have all the information. I don't have the information that you guys are dealing with. I want to know, like, what are we talking about here?
Well, I'm trying to help you understand. I can easily give you the answers to the test, and you can jump on my bandwagon. What I'm trying to do is see if you have the
I'm
ability
not
to
listen,
think. Hold on.
young
I'm just
man,
trying to
young
see if you
man.
have
I'm
the
not here to
ability
jump
to
on your
think on your
bandwagon.
own.
Listen,
I'm
no,
asking you
no,
to think
go.
on your own
What
based
is
off the
exactly,
50
exactly?
years you've been on this earth. Can you make
Why
a
is it a red
conclusion?
flag? I'm serious. I'm really curious. I'm not gonna. I'm not. You know, you're talking
All
about
right,
a
so Dr.
position of
C, I got a
feeling.
question for you.
You're
I got a
talking about
question
a
for you.
position
Dr.
of
C,
feeling which actually shifts and
Dr.
changes
C,
with
I
the
got a
moment,
question for you. Do you
right?
have
And
a
I'm just trying to understand.
Jesus Christ,
I'm just
Dr.
trying to. No, I do not. And I'm trying to
You don't have a
understand
position on it.
where you coming from. No, I don't even know what you asked me, but I'm gonna say no, right? Because
I
I'm trying to understand why is that? I would like to know. I would like to know for the life
I don't
of
understand. So I
others
don't
and
understand how
whomever.
we are grown people. We do not understand how conversations work all of a sudden. All of a sudden, nobody can stand on nothing. All of a sudden, the people that's standing on something is the person that's the fucking problem. Stand on something. Do you believe it's a red flag or
What
is it
makes it a
not?
red flag?
Stand on something.
What makes it a red flag? Stand
I
on
don't
something.
believe it's a red flag. I do not believe it's a red flag.
All right, thank you.
Okay.
Leave somebody got.
So eat a man. What makes it a red flag yet again?
Well, I think what you don't realize is this conversation originated with me and Sharon last night. We have went on a whole dialogue. I get that you're new to this conversation, but we
Right.
have explained our point of view. First of all, I
Yeah,
got you.
I mean, I am new. That's
Hold on.
why I
I got you.
asked.
No, I got you. If you want to know, you got to sit down and be a student and let the teacher talk. All right, because I gave you the chance to teach,
Agreed.
and you
Agreed.
didn't want to teach. Okay, so
No,
now
I'm
it's my
listening. I
turn.
didn't come
Hold
here to
on, no,
teach. I
no.
asked the
This is
question to
still time
learn.
to talk. Listen, I gave you opportunity to state what you know, and you don't know
Speak your
nothing.
speech.
So be quiet while I speak. All right. First of all, anything from a woman's perspective that's dating a man, anything a man have wanted for the last, let's say, 20 years of his life and he have not able to accomplish is a red flag. I have never heard a group of men who say, I want something and it's been 20 years and I can't find it. That is a red flag. So that's step one. Do you agree or disagree with that statement?
Man, you know what? I absolutely agree. And they come families and having children because it is really easy to be a baby. It's so I mean, it's so easy to impregnate a woman. All it takes is a few seconds, right? Hold out to build a family structure, to actually hold out to try to build a complex career. And I'm not saying everybody should do it. I'm not saying anybody should ever do it. But you know, when it comes to making to trying to make good decisions, we're not always going to do it. But trying to make the best decisions we can, hey, it is what it is. And you know what? People don't always make that. But I'm just trying to understand, like, you know, now that I see where you're coming from, you're saying from a woman's perspective, somebody that's wanted to do something for 20 years. Okay, now with that, yeah, well, yeah. I can see how that is definitely a red flag, you know, when it comes to the character of the individual and it comes to actually accomplishing goals. But accomplishing the goal of just creating, you know,
All right, cool. So you agree. All right,
creating
fine.
a life from coitus, and then you know,
Okay,
and
you agree. We don't need a diatribe about how you agree. Fine. You don't want to have a point. You don't have no stance. Okay,
through court
fine.
case and having
I
this baby
accept
mama and over doing that. I mean, to me, I was brought up.
okay if
I
you
was
don't
brought
have
up with
a
that.
stance.
That's trashy, right? That's trash.
Yeah, it's okay if you don't have a stance on anything. It's
Right.
fine.
Conduct ourselves in that way, and
It's
that's just
okay.
what it
It's
is.
okay. It's okay
Like
that you're
I
in the
was,
spirit. You going with the flow. I guess if you on
I'm
another
ignorant.
man that said something else, you're gonna agree with that. You don't have no stance. I get it. There's a lot of men out there that
No,
don't
no,
have no
no. I didn't say I didn't have any stance. But like my stance is, I don't think it's an automatic red flag because because of the nuances and it's multifactorial. As a matter of fact, like I mean, well, of course, my parents already had children, but you know, when I was born, both of my parents were in their 40s. I mean, they were good, they were healthy, had good genes, and we're here. You know what I mean? And so, I mean, I don't see that as just a one for one, you know, where it would be more than 50, like, you know, 50, 60% of the case, because there are other things that have, you know, that have gone on, right? And we could either,
All
you
right,
know,
you are rambling again.
not have
You are
had
rambling.
children,
Can you get to hold on?
or,
You
you
cannot just
know, or,
hold on. You cannot just
or
ramble. We are
like
trying to
I'm
we are
about to
trying to
finish.
have a conversation.
I'm about
More
to
people
finish in
want to
three
have a
words. I'm about to finish in
conversation.
three words.
You
I'm about
cannot
to finish
just
in three words. I'm
ramble
about to finish
on.
in three
We
words.
do not
I'm
care about
trying to
your.
finish
We
in
are
three
not.
words.
Hold on. We are not talking about your life
I'm
story.
trying. No. I'm just trying to
So
finish
you
in
don't
three.
need
We're
to
not
ramble
talking
on
about my
this
life
goddamn
story,
filibuster. We
but you
don't need
guys
to
asked me
ramble
about
on
me though.
Dr.
You
C.
asked
We did
about
not ask
me.
about. We asked you about your
You
opinion, not your life
okay?
story. That's the
So
fucking
somebody
difference.
asked me, and I'm not even talking about my life story. I'm just saying that in general, do I feel it's an automatic red
Do not
flag?
reiterate what you
No,
just said. Please do not
no.
reiterate what you just said.
All right, well,
Please.
I want to have a conversation with C. Moses because C. Moses said that he believed it's not a red flag. So C.
It's not.
Moses, can you
I'm
help me
here.
understand? Can you
Same
help
thing I
me under?
said.
Can you
Yeah.
under? Can you help me understand, please, sir?
Yeah. So wanting to have a child after 40 is not a red flag because a man's life, who you are at 35 and who you are at 30 and who you are at 45, and not only who you are, but where the world is right now, that your tastes should absolutely be changing. The way that you see the world should absolutely be changing. And especially with all of the talking points and all of the noise that we hear outside of us, women, from my understanding, when like, and I say from my understanding, and I am going to give a bit of an anecdote. I remember my mom growing up, she said all she wanted to do was be a mother. Like literally, we would ask her about different things. That was literally from a child, like what her dream was or what her goal was. I don't know, and I don't believe
Right.
it can
Right.
be that same scenario can be what a man sort of aspires to be. All he wants. No, because you have to provide for the family. And I say that now, I'm going back to myself, the way I look at the world. So when I think about providing for the family, once that checkpoint gets hit, I start to my view on the world. You know what? Say it hits at 40. I'm not 40 yet, but say for that man that it hits at 40, he starts to say, you know what? I want to have a family or I want to have a child. That should not be a red flag. He hit some checkpoints in his life where he is. It's not that he's now ready for, but that's what is next for him. And also the other side of it is it takes two to just have a baby with anybody. That can happen at 20, but to find a woman that changes your worldview where you say, you know what, I can do this forever with you. I want you to have. I believe I bring things to the table where you bring things to the table, and I can see a child where our last name. I would love to have that. I can't
Right.
in and of itself red flag.
Okay,
Right.
so
And I
But
also
see,
want to say
Moses,
we got
I would
200 people watching. Make sure y'all supporting the show. 99-cent super stickers is appreciated. Thank you. Hit the
so
share
see,
button, hit
so
the like
before
button.
I
We
get
on
out of
here.
here, I
We
just wanted to
what
say to
the
brother
fuck
C
I'm
Moses.
talking? Jesus
Before I
fucking
get
Christ
out of
of
here,
Nazareth.
before
God damn. Y'all motherfuckers is grown. I don't
before
understand.
I get out of here, I want to
Quit
say this to C
talking.
Moses. Like, yep, yeah, brother, that makes a lot of sense. You know, I'm about to go, so you can curse at me when I get off.
Yeah,
But
but why are you being disrespectful?
no, I'm not trying to be. I'm just trying to hurry
Yes,
up
you
and
are. If he
I
was
just
speaking and you're still speaking over him, then you're being disrespectful.
and he's a doctor.
I thought he was done. I just need
No,
to
but
go
he
right
was
quick.
telling
So
you
So
that you were
how the fuck
speaking
do you
over
think
him.
okay, listen.
how do
I
you think
apologize.
conversations
I
work?
didn't
What you
even
mean? I thought
you had finished
that
speaking.
means that you thought I was done while I'm talking? You think I'm done while I'm talking?
You started talking again.
I
You
know
must be
for
a doctor from
a
the
fact
Chitlin
you
Circuit.
must have it. I know for a fact.
Exactly.
I know
Brother C
for a fact.
Moses. I just
Jesus
want to say to
Christ
Brother C
again.
Moses, like, man, you're man, that's a very good point. I know some people that
And then
actually
he
waited
continues
until
to
they were
speak.
40.
Sharon,
And
just
and they
drop him.
waited till they were
Just
40. And
drop him.
my
You got
brother
to give me the control, Sharon. I have some order up in this motherfucker.
But I would like to have a conversation with C. Moses. Like, that's crazy. A doctor's acting like that, but I
That's
guess
crazy to me that a
that's
doctor
crazy
is
too.
acting this way. That's insane to me.
So, C. Moses, I just want to make sure I understand your point. It sounds like your whole point, because you said a lot, was that, and I don't want to misquote you. If a man did not want to have kids, it's not a red flag. But I think in our question we said if he wants to have kids. So that guy who you said is trying to wait till he make enough money so that he can provide, he can protect, he can do that. Would you agree that that man does not want kids at that time?
I really didn't follow that, and I tried.
Okay, I got you. Let me back it up. I'm gonna reword it for you, sir. So what I'm saying is, when you was explaining how when men think about providing, protecting for a family, they feel like they don't have the resources to do that. When you agree that men do not want to have kids.
Yeah, if that's the case. But we were talking about over 40 that does want to have kids, red flag.
Okay, so well, let me ask you. So do you disagree with my first point before I go to point number two?
Do I disagree with what?
All right, so let me restate it for you, sir. My first point was, if a man wants something and he haven't accomplished that thing in 20 years, could we consider that a red flag? That's the Cliff Notes.
No.
So that's not a red flag. Okay, let's go. Let's go to point number 2 then, since you feel that that's not a red flag. Okay. So point number 2: if a man is having sex with a woman and his little men are not making it to the destination, would you consider that a red flag, sir?
So he's been with a person for 20 years and has been.
Yes or
No,
no? Is impotence a red flag? That's what he's asking.
That's not a yes or no question because he used verbiage like his little persons didn't make it to whatever. So I don't even know what I'm answering there.
All right, hold on. Well, let me reword it, sir, because I'm a very good communicator. So let me try to reword it so you understand what I'm saying. If a man is having sex over 20 years with multiple different women and his semen is not making it to her eggs, let me be a little bit more direct, is that considered a red flag from a woman's perspective?
In that scenario, I probably would hope so.
All right. Okay. So first he says, so you disagree with the first point, says that a man, a smart, educated man for 20 years are not able to accomplish the thing that he wants. That's not a red flag. Maybe it's just not his time for 20 years. Okay. I guess that's your perspective. But if he having problem with his manhood count, you're saying that can be considered a red flag, correct?
See, you say you're a good communicator, but you're saying he's having problems with his manhood account. That I want to.
I think I'm trying to be PG-13. Is anybody else not following me?
Sperm cells.
But that's that's a different conversation because we're talking about health and all that stuff versus. So the red flag is health. Because the answer is an emphatic yes, but I'm really trying to understand where you're going with this because
I think what you're trying to do
The red flag is perceived impotence.
Yeah,
Perceived impotence is a red flag.
No, the whole point that I'm trying to do is I have tried to get you guys to explain why it's not a red flag. And now I'm explaining to you guys why it is a red flag. And now that I'm going through, I can do this all day because I have thought about this, right?
Yeah.
But as I'm doing it, you guys are trying to fight my points when majority of people will say, yes, if he's unable to pregnate a woman should look at that as a red flag.
So scenario A, no red flag. Scenario B, red flag.
All right, so let's go back to scenario A because I know scenario B is too much for you. So let's go back. And I'm not trying to insult you, sir.
No, you're good.
Take it that way. All right.
Absolutely.
So why don't you see a man trying to accomplish something for 20 years and is not able to do it as a red flag?
Because he could be accomplishing a multitude of things and have a bunch of goals, and that one has not been accomplished. When say a man is 18 years old and his goal is to make $1 million. If he's 25, or let's just say, let's use this timeline of 20 years. If he's not a millionaire at that point, that's not a red flag. He could still be on his way. So there could be other checkpoints, other things that he's building, other things that how he's growing into this person that is going to end up meeting that goal. If he's in,
that's great. That's a great.
Hold on. I'm almost done. If he's in the same spot 20 years down the road, absolutely red flag. But over that 20-year period, things have happened. He has a story. He's like aware of where he was 20 years ago versus where we are today. That's not a red flag. So that's the difference.
I got you. But listen, now let's dig to what you just said, right? How can you progress in child making? Now I get if I was trying to make $1 million and now my net worth is worth $500,000, I see the progression. So tell me the progression where you can say that he's not in the same spot 20 years later in child making. Because according to what I know,
landed right there. That was great. Landed right there. Again, Simons, how can we see the progression?
when it comes to child, you're talking about child making, and I think of family. So I think we're coming from two different scenarios. I don't believe you can have a child without a woman, so he has to find that woman. I don't believe you should have a woman without a marriage, so I think he has to have a marriage. Now, where are they going to live? I believe he needs to have a house. So these are the checkpoints that I'm saying. When you're talking 20 years old and you have a goal of to have a child, these are the checkpoints.
Moses, so if he didn't accomplish none of those checkpoints, is that not a red flag?
So what's the red flag though?
Jesus Christ! Well, yeah. If he didn't get any of the checkpoints, wow. Then yeah, of course. I mean, that would have to be right. No checkpoint has been reached in 20 years. 0 checkpoints. That's not good at all for any, unless you've been in jail.
A house. The red flag is he hasn't had a career. The red flag is he's not making any movement. It's not the red flag is not because he wants to have a child still. The red flag is because that man is in the same position he was 20 years ago without any progress. So going back to the point, wanting to have a child or wanting to have a family after 40 in and of itself is not a red flag.
So you can understand it when it comes to money, but you can't understand it in this. So you be a time if he don't have no girlfriend in 40 years of trying to find somebody suitable to that's not a red flag. Okay. So he didn't go ahead and get a house suitable for a family. No, that's not a red flag. So what the fuck is a red flag? This is the progression that you set up.
Man, if it's 40 years and not one girlfriend, that is a lot. That's a couple of standard deviations off. You're either in the super upper percentile or the super low percentile on that one. You know, I'm just saying like that's a hard sell.
So that's how is it not a red flag, T. Moses? Please, we going by your premise that you set up just now. So how if he didn't accomplish none of the progressions, how is that not a red flag? Please explain. C. Moses.
I'm trying to help you understand the red flag is not in the bucket of wanting to have a child after 40. That's not where the red flag is. The red flag is he has not made any movement in his career. The red flag is he hasn't saved up any money to have a roof over his head. The red flag is all these other things. It's not in the desire to have a family.
No,
it's very simple.
I think the problem what you're doing is just because you identify other red flags doesn't mean that this is still not a red flag. Do you agree with that, C. Moses?
I don't. I mean, look, at the end of the day, I don't know if I would. You're asking a man about a man's red flag. So maybe.
See, Moses, I got a better question for you. You have a daughter that is in the dating age, and she brings you to a man that he's been wanting to have a family. He is now 43 years old. And out of these 20 years of dating and being in the world, he does not have the attributes of what your perceived progression is. What advice are you going to give your daughter about that man?
I would ask that man his story. When you interview someone, your resume absolutely is going to give you just a linear progression of how that person moved from one, whether it's a company or one.
Moses, you already put out his resume. We know his resume already.
No, we don't.
We got the information. This is the information that we have. The one that you set up. He doesn't have none of those things. So I don't know why you're trying to make up something else. So we got.
He never set that up. You tried to set that up, Sharon. He never set up that he doesn't have this, doesn't have that, doesn't have that. But if he doesn't have it, of course that would be a red flag. That's common sense. That's like trying to argue. I mean, what are we arguing about? Like, yeah, if he hasn't done anything in the 40 years of his life, yeah, that's something. But but just the fact that somebody be in a particular age, and the reason why I'm saying, because my brother waited until.
Can y'all still hear him? Or was it just me?
No, we cannot hear him. That's God. All I'm saying that these men.
He got married. He has acres of land. He bought his acres. He bought his land, right? He built a house. He had a child. Then he got married, right? After he did whatever, and now and they're still married to this day. My nephew was like 10 years old, like playing baseball, right? Beautiful family, right? Because the family is about the business of family. And if an 18-year-old can't handle the 18-year-old man can't handle the business of family, then okay, great. He wasted 24 or 25 or whatever it is. But if we're just talking about impregnating somebody versus starting a family, then okay, here's where the nuances come in. He mentioned one: sperms aren't moving. That's something. Let's check that out and verify it. Right? I haven't done a career, a job, money, or anything else. That's something else. That may due to intellectual disability, or it may just be because they don't believe in themselves. And in that case, yeah, of course. But trying to do a one for one is kind of hard, especially when you yourself,
So
Sharon,
now,
say that human experience is full of nuance.
so now, regardless of all that, we understand that your brother is an outlier. Is it still not a red flag? Because it is still a cautionary thing. You would look, if you had a daughter that was in a day and age and this man did all those things, would you not question this man that's after 40 that did all these things? Yes or no?
Me, no, because my parents were 40 when I was born. So I
But they
mean, so if you're
already had
asking me
kids.
personally, yeah,
But they
and
already
then
had
and yeah,
kids.
exactly,
See, but that,
and then
see, we're talking about the first child.
and
Y'all
my
keep trying to make
and
it
my
seem like
brother didn't
the third
have
or fourth
children when he was
child.
40, but then he did. You know what I mean? So I'm
I,
like I'm just saying, like, if you're asking me, I'm like, no, because all right, they had me then, and then my brother waited, and then he has his house, he
How
has
old was your
multiple houses and all this
how
stuff.
old was your brother?
How old was your mother?
My mother,
Yes. How old was
brother.
your mother? Your parents
Your
the same
brother.
age?
Okay, brother
No,
or
your mother.
parents? Okay, so my
Your
dad was
brother.
about 43, and my
Your brother.
mom was about 41
Your
or
brother.
40, and then my brother was about 40. He got married like
All right, listen, I do not want to hear this man fucking life story. I'm
Can,
sorry.
can, all right, can I just
I'm sorry. This shit is crazy. Y'all done stressed me out with the bullshit. It's ridiculous.
Sharon,
It's
get some more
absolutely
cucumbers.
ridiculous. I don't understand how people can't have conversations. I don't get it.
Sharon, get some more cucumbers. You need some
I
vegetables.
definitely need some because this shit done went, I don't know where. I don't know how we cannot just have a conversation. Like, it's easy to just answer a fucking question. Just answer a question. I don't need to hear about your goddamn brother and your mother. You was born at 40. That's probably why you can't communicate. This is probably why you can't communicate, because you was
That old sperm.
So Saran, on the cucumbers, do you bite them or do you eat them sliced up?
You know what?
Why did
so
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 see
can I just
Moses, hold
make a
on.
can I just
But
make
see
a
Moses,
point about our relative?
Hey, PhD, but I just want to know. That's all.
You know
Just
what?
want to know.
why do you want to know? I just don't understand why. But go ahead, see Moses, make your
Yeah.
point.
So the way that we view this 40 age mark is like relative to
Component.
is relative to our upbringing. 100 years ago, that number was probably 22. You over 22, red flag. They were, I mean, let's be realistic, probably 25. So all of that is a generational thing, and also it moves.
Okay,
It
hold on. Here's the fucking problem.
literally
Here's the problem I'm having with you men that disagreeing. Y'all not actually disagreeing. Y'all just making up this fake ass, oh, what if he's this and what if he's this? If it was a fucking fifth, you niggas would be drunk.
I don't
Leave
know
the
what you
fucking
mean.
men alone. Let the fucking men be men. If they are bullshit red flags, call the shit out. Stop
right,
being fucking scared of fucking
and
men.
exactly, and if you have examples, real life
Tiring.
examples, then the people ask you about it, then you give them the real life examples that they asked about, and you
Look
don't
at
have to
this man.
curse and
He
yell.
can't be quiet for 10 minutes.
I'm
You
not
ain't
sure
say
why I didn't
nothing
get cut
yet.
off.
You didn't say nothing fucking profound. You didn't stand on not one fucking stance that you said. Not one.
You talking to me
Stand
directly?
on something. Y'all are fucking men. Stand on it. If you believe something, stand on the shit. I keep saying if this and if that. That ain't how men fucking talk. What's wrong with y'all niggas? Men
You're the
stand
one
on
that's saying.
shit. Right,
You're the
wrong, or
one that's
fucking
saying if.
indifferent. Stand on something. Stop just talking to me talking. I don't know. Maybe in your life, you don't get a chance to voice your opinion enough. That is not my problem. Do some fucking push-ups, do some fucking squats. You need to get your goddamn testosterone up. That's why nobody choose. That's why you gotta wait till you're fucking 40.
Did somebody
Say
say
no fucking women want your bum asses.
do
Y'all don't
you
understand. Y'all don't got no fucking testosterone. Yeah.
For
I love it.
all the kids, it's what happened when you bite cucumbers.
Good day to you. I mean, Finally, a man that is going to stand on something right, wrong, or indifferent. He's going to stand on his words. He's going to defend his own fucking words. He's not going to just be a switch spirit. Oh, you know what? That sounds right. You know what? That sounds right. You know what? That sounds correct. Oh, you know what? That sounds correct. Be a fucking man. What's wrong with you niggas? I mean, do you think a man? Go ahead. I don't even know what to say. I gotta drink some water.
Yeah, I still didn't make my point.
That's the problem. We've been talking for 20 minutes and you haven't made a point yet.
Why don't I think it's a red flag? I don't think it's a red flag because y'all just made up this number 40 is the number that is a red flag. 5 years ago, the number was 35. Older than 35, that's a red flag. So what I'm saying, it's not a red flag, and you actually have that man who's 40 years old walk up to you and tell you, what's your story? Oh, okay, you've been doing this for 20 years? What's happened in that 20 years? If he's presenting, at that point, he's probably either going to present some red flags or he's going to tell you, you know what? You're not a red flag.
Moses, do you realize that you are not saying anything?
Let me say this.
Hold on, see Moses, do you realize that you did not just say anything? You just said words, but none of your words actually mean anything.
To you.
No, to human beings that communicate.
Somebody else has a follow-up question based off of what I said because they understood me.
No, so this is, I got a statement. What people don't understand is I do not want my daughter getting into these crazy conversations with any and every man. Like this idea that I just want her talking to random 40-year-olds who haven't had no kids or this, that, and the third. I don't want that to happen. So when we talk about red flags, we say these are things you need to be aware of before the conversation even starts. How don't you understand that? Because y'all keep talking about from a woman perspective. Unless y'all date dudes, we talking from a woman perspective.
Agreed.
Well, if that's the case, then why y'all doing so much talking instead of the women up here?
Right. You
know why, PH Diva? You know why? Because they want to go.
You didn't did this out. You need to stand down. You already know
Hey,
your sign.
we know why,
Stand
because
down.
these men, they want to go give their brother a hug and reach around.
Not the retro.
I got you, brother.
So you deny my hugs out here, Sharon? That's what you telling me?
Goddamn right. You better not hug me, goddamn it.
Yeah, you guys really educated me today. So good, bad, or indifferent. Any man, children that does have children after that.
So
there's
what
something
you
wrong
saying,
with them.
bro? You saying a 40-year-old man trying to get to my daughter? Is that a red flag?
Absolutely.
I get
absolutely.
I'm saying if my daughter age, let's say 21, 22, 23.
Hey, listen, your internet is the red flag right now. And hey,
My
next level.
internet is the red flag. I'm sorry.
Yes, your internet is a red flag right now. Hey, next level MF is $5 more to actually drop somebody. So it's $5 more to drop somebody. I got you. Next level moving forward. Hey.
Well, let's ask Omni, because I think Omni is standing on what he believes. So let me ask Omni the question. So Omni, this is the question. If a man wanted kids in a family and he's now 40 and have not able to accomplish that, would you consider that a red flag?
You on mute. You on mute still.
We can't hear you.
Damn. All right, so let's while he get his microphone. While he gets his microphone ready. While he gets his microphone.
About to be a situation. Hey, hey, hey.
Whew. Go ahead, Peace Diva.
All right. Black built like a conquering king. The fact that women are asking where the good men are, they are only meeting bad ones. So no discernment. Again, sir, take it up with your baby mama. Roll C. They aren't being honest. Men play games in their 20s, 30s, and try to make up for lost time. Women are told to get it all while young. Yeah. Black built like a conquering king. As a man, life has no variables. You are in control of the universe. If you cannot move the stars, you are weak AF. Now, this is a man from Dominica. He couldn't move the stars where he was at, so he ran his ass over here and had to get in the military right, for the white man to give him some citizenship over here. But he talking about moving the stars and being weak as fuck. Nevertheless, Sway producing. Sharon in his soft husband era also. Send me my hat. I did want to ask,
It's
who
crazy.
do the avatars for y'all show in the evening? Because Sharon, you be trying to look like a young Idris Elba in the little avatar, and then Sway be trying to look like a black person. He got a little 4B afro. No, he got a little
Wow.
4B afro,
Why are we
full
doing
lips, a square jaw, high cheekbones. I was like, who that supposed to be? Nevertheless.
PhD falling in love with the avatar. Yeah, golly.
Absolutely not.
Fall in love with the avatar.
Who
But
creating
hold on,
all of this?
I
So
Who
want to do a
creating this
litmus
work of
test.
fiction?
E-Man. E-Man asks, can y'all hear me?
Yes, we get you now. Yes.
Yeah, we
Okay.
hear you.
There was a power outage last night. I'm still recouping. I got to figure out which devices were
man.
still. Yeah, I'm about to go back analog and battery power on a lot of clocks because I had a system in my house and now I have to reset everything. Anyway, so Edelman, I believe your question was if a man wanted to have kids and he's in his 40s and he still doesn't have any, is that a red flag?
Yes, sir.
Correct.
Okay. Yeah, because if a man wants something bad enough, he would just go ahead and do it. So if he wanted to have kids, we're not even talking about because you can have kids outside of wedlock, in wedlock, the whole nine. So if he wanted to have kids, all these Spooky and Ray Rays out here having these babies, and you can't have none. Now, if he has stipulations on having kids, such as I want them to be in a good environment, go to the best schools, or be homeschooled, now we're talking about a more nuanced conversation because now he's putting forth thought into the provision of the kids, and that's a much grander task. But cockroaches have kids. What are you talking about?
This is what we take out our pens. Hold on.
Will
This
it
is
be a
when we
red
take
flag?
out our pens. Hold on 1 second. We take out our pens and we take notes on how men respond from their own brain and how they think, and then they have the conversations about the nuance. Good job, Ernie. I appreciate that.
And that is a lesson. That is a lesson. And we're gonna let Brownsville jump. That is a lesson for the men that could not answer a question because they needed so much information. That is a lesson learned in real time. We are the solution-based group. We gonna teach you men how to man. It's okay. Go ahead, Brownsville, New York.
So if you agree, you're good. If you disagree, you're not standing on it. Got it.
That's what you got out of. Hold on. That's what you got. That's what you got. No, either man said. He was able to articulate his own thought and then add the nuances after, so we understand where his stance is at. That's what we are saying. That's how men communicate with other human beings. We say our point, and then if we want to add nuances, we add them after. Go ahead, Brownsville, New York.
Yeah, hey, I just want you to clip what Omni said, man. Clip it, and so that we can play it whenever the Rim brothers come up here and start complaining. What he said was, if a man wants something bad enough, he'll just go ahead and accomplish it, right? So we need to clip that, right? Because that just one saying alone, it destroys all of the Rim brother ideology in and of itself.
And if you think that
100%
agree, the one thing Sharon can say about it is I stand on something. He might not can't say he agree with what I'm standing on, but I stand on what I believe.
Likewise, I disagree with Sharon heavily all the time. Like, you know what I'm saying? But this thing in the conversation, I believe that because, you know what I'm saying, like I said, I'm recently married, and because I've wanted to be married, but I didn't understand what it was, so I was suffering from analysis paralysis because I thought it was a bunch of it's really quite simple. It's really quite simple when you get married. A lot of people make it a lot more difficult than it has to be. And so a lot of these conversations will confuse the mind, which is why I appreciate these conversations, especially for the generation coming behind us, because the generation coming behind us, if we just allow And I'm not getting into the whole Rim Brothers things, the Brownsville. I'm not doing that. But if we allow, you know what I'm saying, certain individuals to run with certain narratives about things that we hold sacred, then, you know what I'm saying, we can't say that we did our job as men because we didn't provide any pushback in those areas.
Absolutely. That is
Hey,
one
hey,
great,
Omni. Hey, Omni. Did
that
you
is
take her
one
last
great point.
name? Did you take her
No,
last
she's
name,
taking
Omni?
mine. It's still in process. She's in the process of taking mine. I got to wait 30 days.
Hold
We
on,
got to
hold
wait
on,
30
Omni.
days and whatnot.
It's no hyphen or anything. Is she taking a hyphen or anything?
No, she wanted B. Johnson within like the
Okay.
first year of knowing me. She wanted B.
Okay.
Johnson.
Okay. Yes,
I don't
sir.
understand your point, Big West, but that's because that shows how much of a leader that man is. You can tell by how he communicates, he's a leader. So that's the thing that we are talking about. A lot of times, these unleader type men, they want the same results as somebody that is a leader. That is the problem. C. Moses, what are your thoughts on that?
On your statement or
Fuck up in 2024.
Yo,
Damn, they done gotcha.
That's terrible.
so let me ask Dr. C a
Next
question.
level moving forward. He says, "Drop Moses, goddamn it!" Yes.
I got a question for Dr. C. I think are you there, Dr. C?
You got 15 minutes.
Hello, I'm here.
Moses.
All right,
Unless
Dr.
you want to
C.
pay your hold on. Unless you want to pay yourself back or somebody want to bring you back in so you could continue your argument, it is $20 to bring C. Moses back. Simple as that. Also, we have this. Go ahead, PH Diva. You there?
All right. Black, built like a conquering king. I'm weak. So that was a moot point. Okay. Well, we all in agreement on that, sir. Next level MF. SBG, just credit me. PH Diva needs a comedy special. All right.
Hey,
I would
Sharon,
agree.
I would like to get the Queen's outlook on the question because they haven't had the opportunity to answer the question.
Do I need to ask it again, ladies, or you guys have
Please
it?
ask it again, please. E.
Yeah, I got you. So, if a man who wanted to accomplish a family and have kids have over the age of 40, would you ladies consider that a red flag?
I certainly would, because if that's what he wanted, then what the hell you been doing all this time?
I don't want no baby mama. I want a family.
Right. And so again, all the women you've come across,
Dogs have babies.
right, but all of the women that man would have come across in those, 20 years of adulthood, and none of them were satisfactory.
Right.
Especially since when he was on the front end of that 20 years, he, needed to develop and grow into the man that I would hope he is at 40. And so he certainly should have been able to find a young woman who could grow and develop alongside of him and be, the wife and create the family that he wanted.
Black men, you can't win. Just live your life. All right, y'all just do what you want to do.
Actually, you
Black
can.
men, it's
So
right
D-Town.
now. I'm telling you, you
D-Town.
can't
D-Town.
win. Just live
D-Town.
your life, okay, OG?
D-Town. I don't understand. Why would you promote that when you are married to a woman?
But a guy that's 40 that don't have kids, that don't mean he a red flag, bro.
Well, let's
Especially,
look at a bigger question.
Don't provoke me to anger, or else you be in danger.
nigga just didn't have no baby.
No, so I got a question for you then.
You
Big
too.
West.
God damn it. You too. Go ahead. PhD.
C.
So
Moses.
I just got a question.
Hold on, we're reading the super chat. C. Moses 12. Beam me up, Scotty. All right.
That's what it do. So, C. Moses, you got the floor. What's your thoughts?
no, I ain't got shit to say. Y'all just not gonna walk me out without me coming back. So listen.
That's right.
So, Big West, do you think you a better man than that man who can't have kids at 40? If you was able to accomplish all that before 40, do you consider yourself a better man than him?
If I was able to accomplish what, like have a baby and everything.
So he been trying for 20 years to accomplish what you accomplished in 5 years or 10 years. Would you consider yourself a better man than him?
Nah, I probably wouldn't because I probably went through a different pathway to get what I got. I don't think he
That
wanted to
is
go through what
crazy.
I don't think he wanted to go through what I went through to get what I got. You get what I'm saying? Every man got a threshold, and I wouldn't put a lot of people what I went through. I wouldn't put
That
a lot of people in my shoes. You know what I'm saying? And if I could do it the way I wanted to really like be clean with it and just really do it the way I want, I would have did it that way, brother. I ain't gonna lie to you.
what? So you said you would have stayed single till you was 40 years old
No,
instead of
no,
establishing a family.
not to 40, but I probably would have stayed single a little bit longer until I
No,
started
no, no,
hopped
no,
off
no,
the
no.
porch like that.
You just said out of your mouth, I would have did it the way he did it. I would have stayed single to 40 and I would have been childless. That's what he did.
Well, it's kind of hard to put me in there because it's like I
Oh,
know. Look, let me say this, man. I know it'll be like the scenario is 40. You know what I'm saying? But I just don't see myself being that long because I have sex with women. I'm pretty sure I would have had a baby by then. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying I would have did it. I just would have waited a little bit
D-Town,
longer to
D-Town,
make
are
shit
you
happen.
trying to be D-Town? Are you
Uh,
trying to be a rim brother elect?
Rim brother.
Yeah, you trying to be
Uh,
a rim brother elect? You
well,
need
I
a
thought
hug.
if you married, you couldn't. That's a disqualification.
That's what I'm saying. So why are you trying to argue for the
But
things that
what
you?
I'm saying is, if this guy is 40 and he's just a bum and he out of shape and shit like that, yeah, that tells you okay, red flags. The nigga ain't never, the man ain't never had a woman, things like that. But it's some 40-year-old guys that was just on their purpose, man, and they just didn't have a baby. They probably was about to have a baby, but the girl had an abortion or all type of shit can go on. You know what I'm saying?
but the problem is
So
every
I'm not
dude
gonna
is
just say I'm just not gonna say that blanket statement. That nigga just a weirdo or he. I'm not gonna do that to him. But I'm not
nobody
gonna do
said
that to
that.
the women.
I
I'm not
know.
gonna do
See,
that to the women. You
the
know what I'm
the pro-
saying?
the problem is this is the problem. Me and Sharon, if me and Sharon both have a goal to accomplish $1 million, I accomplished $1 million. He don't. I am better at him at that. I don't understand why it's so hard for dudes to say, maybe not on all things I'm better than him, but this one thing I got his ass beat. Why can't men stand on that point to try to justify it?
So
I don't
you so you
understand
saying
that.
so you saying since I got married before that 40-year-old guy that I'm better than him? That's what you're saying?
Absolutely. Both of you
Okay.
guys had the same goal and you accomplished it and he don't accomplish it, you're better.
And if he have like just say more money than me, then that mean he better than me than
We're
that
not me-
aspect.
we're not measuring money. We
No, no,
asking
I'm
a
saying
specific
I'm just
subject.
trying to see. I'm just trying to see
Why
where
are
the
you trying to
measurement goes.
see that? I don't understand why I just cannot stick to a fucking conversation.
Can you?
Jesus
I'm just
fucking
trying to
Christ.
see what's
Hey,
going
hey,
on.
listen,
Man. Why
hey,
you trying to
listen.
argue
You
with
you
me right
scored
now,
more
Sharon?
points than me, but however, I did have like 2 assists and you only had 1, so I'm better than you at that. Shut up. We talking about something. Stick to the fucking topic. It's okay. Be a fucking man.
So either man, you saying that
Jesus.
if I beat him at marriage, but he beat me at money, he better me at
Why
that
do you gotta
aspect.
add a this shit is crazy to me. This is absolutely
I'm just
insane.
asking a question.
Why are you asking a female ass question? Stop talking like a
I'm
goddamn
I'm talk
girl.
I'm talking to
Hey
either
man,
man.
listen, man, you better stop talking like an inferior person, a female, and let it's like Sharon said, because that's what Sharon is saying, right? Man,
Who's this
go,
guy?
please ask your question for
Who's this
clarification,
guy,
man.
Sharon?
What? I didn't never
I don't know what that nigga talking about. Yeah, you right.
neither. And that's a goddamn doctor. We don't know
now
what he talking about.
that's the shit we talking about right there. You hear me?
Shit. That don't make no damn sense.
So see Moses, I gotta ask you the flip question, see Moses. So see Moses,
Yes.
if you saw a woman that was 40 years old and she did not have a kids and family and she wanted it, would you consider it a red flag, see Moses?
Mm.
Mm, mm.
Yes.
I
Wait,
rest my
how old
case.
is she?
I
Hey, and
appreciate.
everybody, I also want to say this. Everybody that's over at OTisWho podcast channel, come over to my channel because he left. When he come back, he will do the show. So everybody that's over there, come over to my channel. Appreciate you.
The crazy part about it, when I asked men to make